Welcome, beautiful divine masculine and feminine darlings. This is the Seraph Gem Gypsy, Seraphe Indigo Empress, and Shiloh Horizon. I don't plan to be here for too long. We'll see how long this takes. I do have some things to share. Start here. This was a song that Alex Warren wrote for his wife. Came up again today. It's called Ordinary. I had a vision of a couple of decks while I was in the shower, so I'm going to do a mini reading about that. See what comes out.
They say the holy water's watered down, and this town's lost its faith. Our colors will fade eventually, so if our time is running out, day after day, we'll make the mundane our masterpiece. Oh my love, I take one look at you and taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down to a dead belly, on the edge of your life, staying drunk on the vibe. The angels up in the clouds, I just know what we found. Ordinary, you got me kissing the ground. I'm a sanctuary. Shadow me when you talk, will not return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds, I just know what we found. Hopeless, hallelujah. Hope this side of heaven's gate. All my life I knew you. Breathe in, take my breath away. Let your arms away. You're the smoke of the night. Oh my, taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down so we can live on the edge of your night. Staying true to your vibe. The angels up in the clouds, I just know what we found. So it's all
I'm the ordinary.
you got me kissing the ground.
I'm a sanctuary.
Shadow me when you talk, will not return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds, I just know what we found. So it's so heavenly, I will dance to the sea, never dance to
We are.
was it black and white until I saw your light. Before you had too dark to fight. Something so wild,
I'm the ordinary.
how are you laying me down?
To a dead and buried.
On the edge of your night, staying drunk in your vibe. The angels up in the clouds are jealous of what we found.
I'm the ordinary.
You got me kissing the ground.
I'm a sanctuary.
Angels up in the clouds are jealous of what we found.
Okay, I've got one more deck I think to shuffle out really quickly. Actually, I do have two, but one of them I didn't mean to pull. That's so funny. I was just getting ready to go step outside and get some fresh air. Yep. Because the dark energy, the demonic spirits, or the people in dark energy, demonic energy that were trying to cause problems, everything that they, there it is, tried to send out has backfired. If they are trying to reverse it, they're stuck with it. But it has Uno reversed on them. So there's that. Also, they'll talk too much. And they did. They ran their mouths. They ran their mouths. Either because they were upset about being called out, or to try to cover up the truth, or to slander us. But guess what? It backfired. I just got out of the shower. See, this is the thing. People think they can just go to the voodoo culture and play with spells to do things to people that they don't like. But voodoo, like any other religion, has light and dark. In fact, Papa Legba is basically the concept of the devil. You make offerings to the devil in exchange for whatever things it promises, but usually it comes with, it's twisted. It's not actually what it's promised to be. It's a trick, just like the devil. And the thing about that is, let's say that you were to call upon God to go terrorize somebody for you just because you didn't like them. God wouldn't do that. The holy angels wouldn't do that. You can ask, but especially if it's unwarranted and it's out of vengeance, or it's not, there's nothing balanced about it. God will not allow that. God will not answer to that. Similarly speaking, if you try to call upon deities, marine spirits, or anything, one, they're going to be, in these karmic people's situation, these deities are going to be bothered that they're being disturbed at all, let alone by low-level, nonsensical karmic creatures. Two, if they do happen to go out of curiosity, check out the situation, they're not going to side with the people who invoked them at all, let alone disrespectfully and unjustly. They're going to side with the people who are being targeted with voodoo. So they don't understand how that works, and they shouldn't have been playing with it. I just split the deck. I did. I just got out of the shower. Take a spiritual bath. Wow, what did I just say also? Yeah, those spirits don't answer to you. They don't like you. Karmics, I suggest you stop playing with things you know not the first thing about, nor do you have the clearance to play with or touch. For starters. Somebody says, and you do. I don't touch or play with that stuff. I understand it. I've had ties to it in previous incarnations. And I have a level of, because of this comprehension, respect for it. But something that you have neither of, clearly. Someone trying to manifest you in their life. Yeah, we know. But it's backfired. Because it wasn't our energy. It was theirs. Yeah. Oh, boo-hoo. Pity party. Someone's going through rough times and wants you to experience the same thing. Well, guess what? One of the people who's been stalking me for a few months, weeks and months now, I noticed that they're still stalking me, except they're having such a hard time in life as the karma's kicking back in their face for not minding their own business, that today they posted that they just don't want to be on Earth anymore. After trying to bully me to death for months, now they want to die, which was prophesized. And they're still stalking me and checking up on what I'm doing so much. Yeah, I've already blocked. This is a blocked person. I've blocked this person, mind you. But they're stalking me so much that their channel forced its way into my recommended feed. I did take screenshots, feeling abandoned and not liking it. But you have light workers who see what's going on. If not doing light magic, then, or protection, then this could just simply be prayers, well wishes to people, or Reiki in some cases. Although I don't send out Reiki without permission, but nonetheless. I am protected. God says, I got you, don't worry. They might be thinking about you, but it'll pass. You're safe. Just release anything and anyone that's been trying to block your progress or hold you back or hinder you. These are people who are either trying to mess with you and your children or take advantage of situations in regards to them, feeling scared. Maybe they want you to be afraid of situations regarding your children or yeah. In some cases, these are people who are upset at Divine Feminines for being motherly and maybe having kids. Yeah, see, they envy your talents and abilities. Or, like I said, also children or family dynamic, or maybe that you're a good parent or person, right? They constantly and randomly bring you up to get others to talk about you. But like I said in the previous card that came out, they talk too much. They envy the interest that someone has developed for you. They crave the attention for themselves. This could be in relation to love. This could also just be, wow, what did I say? This also could just be in relation to people in general, maybe social media or friends or whatever. These are dark energies, either trying to play with demons or embodying that dark energy, doing reckless things to try to get what they want because they're obsessed. But this is why they're getting karma, because it's all backfiring. Oh, and you know what? I put a Hamsa symbol. And what was it in the community board? I think it was. Earlier. And just a little while ago, I was taking care of a few things over here, and I started to get hives on my wrist. And I quickly nipped it in the bud. I did some Reiki and prayed and cleared it out because I knew what it was. It was coming from, I know who it was coming from too, actually. It was an evil eye energy being sent. And it was such a bullshit energy that my body literally rejected it. That's an allergy response. Your energy is so foul, you incubus, succubus demon, my body physically rejects you. That means you're gross. Yeah. Pity party and love bombing. So this is somebody who's wanting you to go through the same crap that they are, but oh, love binding. Okay. So they either wanted to keep you bound to them or wanted to, this was in reverse. I haven't been reading reversals, but it did catch my attention. They wanted to try to keep people because they're jealous of the connections that others have. They wanted to keep people from connecting with their true partners or soul family. If it's in reference to love bombing, though, this could be a karmic who tries to love bomb their way into your life. This is one of those that could, sit there and be hateful towards people, but at the same time, they're trying to copy whoever they're trying to compete with, because really it's almost like a crush or something. It's so weird. This is so strange to me. Not the good kind of weird either. You know I love my weirdos, but not that. Okay, so last stack. Go take a spiritual bath or shower. I just got out to wash their energy off. Water's cleansing, and I took a shower after getting the hives. See, they take it, what did I say? Take advantage of weaknesses, either maybe taking advantage of mothers or people that are trying to maybe escape domestic abuse in some cases, or some kind of issue or challenge in regards to children, or they try to put people in difficult situations to make them easier to take advantage of. Or this is somebody who stealing, copying content to try to boost themselves, or like to compete with the person they're copying. But this is the thing. And the other case I was picking up, it's both. It's maybe somebody had to put their business on pause for a bit because they had to place their priorities on protecting themselves and their kids from some kind of abuse or domestic toxic situation. And then you've got this grifter that comes through and says, oh, look, the light worker put down what they were doing. I'm going to go snatch it from them. No. Move your feet, lose your seat. No. My feet were holding my seat the whole time. It's not yours anyway. That would be like jacking somebody's car and saying, well, because I'm in it now, it's mine. No, not according to the registration and the licensure and the law. See? Trying to focus on what you're doing. This is either clocking somebody on online. This is like that psycho that's been copying my readings, recapping certain phrasing that I say, and then trying to turn it into a reading. Like I'll post something and then immediately after she goes and reposts it, but claims it's from her, even though the timestamps don't match, and it shows that I put mine out first. Very strange. Somebody says, how immediately? Sometimes less than an hour. Like steady lurking. Focusing on your image to figure you out, or trying to do readings. See, this is just me reading on who's playing around in our energy. Just a general reading, and this is what came out. Why? Because they're lurking on socials, and that's playing around in my energy. And the holy angel said, nope. Guardians are by your side to assist you. Yeah, see, they're delusional. They actually think that they're in the right for their bad actions and will try to validate themselves. And I got a flash of this earlier. This person, because I did finally have to call it out today, has been like moping around or feeling some kind of way about being called out. But then also has gotten these little micro flashes of aggression, like, well, fine, I'll do something petty and retaliative and I'm like, yeah, dude, that's why I'm calling you out. Look at what you're doing. Look at your behavior. You think you're right? You're trying to copy somebody and cloak yourself in the essence of somebody who would never do what you're doing. You already failed. Just the sheer fact that you thought that that was a good idea, an appropriate idea, that you would get away with it, that you wouldn't get caught, that there would be no repercussions, or that the divine is guiding you to do so. Delusional. Lacey. Stay off my socials. 1722. Trying to belittle you and put you on blast with lies behind a screen, but not face to face. Now, I called it out. After seeing all of this pop up on and off on my feed for months while I've been dealing with bigger fish that I had to fry first before addressing the situation. She was small fry, comparatively speaking. I finally did. I have no issue addressing it. It is an issue. It needs to stop. The envy, see the envy, the interest someone has developed for you. They envy your talents and abilities to feel like they lack. After I started posting my nails, she immediately started doing that too. Like everything I do, it's so gross. I post up my cats and suddenly she starts trying to post all kinds of cat stuff. But like, what are you doing? Somebody says, but you actually have cats. I know. She got a black cat stuffed animal and tried to start playing on that one too. I can't decide whether she wants to be black or white and then gets mad at people on either side. What I mean by that is it's like she's constantly trying to talk about how light her skin looks even though she's black. But then I saw somebody respond to something that she was saying about it, not in a negative way, but she took it negatively. And basically this person was agreeing with her that her skin, well, not agreeing with her, but making a comment about her light skin in response to her consistently, like daily, obsessing over what her skin color looks like. And then she started harassing them. Harassing them. Calling them names. My skin is lighter than most black girls is pretty much what she's saying. And then when somebody with Caucasian looking skin mentioned something about her skin being lighter. In response to what she was saying, she called them a bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm like, girl, which one is it? Hi, how are you? And then on the flip side, at other times, she tries to she called herself exotic the other day. Which one is it? But she's a black girl who claims to hate men, but she's like obsessed with having a man. Like, you're not going to manifest a man by being hateful towards men, first of all. And is obsessed with Elon Musk, who is inherently publicly known to be a racist at this point. They don't like black women, ma'am. Oh, and then I've seen her trash talk Mexicans, so she's also racist. 21, 22, but she's black. My old friend from New York was black and Mexican. She actually had lighter skin than this girl. The whole thing is crazy. It's just embarrassing. That's just the nonsense that's popped up for the last week. Couple little clips here and there. Not enough to really address more than that. It's just not that important. But the issue that I have with it is that it's an attempt at energy harvesting, and I saw that. And that's what she's been doing. She's been building her platform by copying my content every day. While I've been dealing with real life situations like people dying and children being held captive and sexually assaulted. Right? So then what? Taking advantage, trying to take advantage of weaknesses. There it is. Well, you had to put your stuff on hold because you had real life problems to deal with. And so I'm going to try to take advantage of that and copy all your shit. I've also seen her sit there and call skinny girls. She complains about how fat she is and that she needs to go to the gym. She posted about that last week. It popped up on my feed because she's been clocking me so much. And then she called a skinny girl fat and posted about it as if it was some flex. Like, posted photos of her bullying this girl who was skinny and calling her fat after complaining about how fat she was. So she was projecting about her weight insecurity issues. And then going around calling people big backs while posting about the fact that she was getting ready to go have liposuction. And then wanted a BBL. Like, maybe stop sitting on your ass and bullying people and get your ass to the gym and eat a fucking salad, girl. Stay off my social media. Okay. Bye. Feeling good? Yeah, other than that. You trigger their deep-rooted insecurities. I know. And that's why I called it out as I did, because that's why the bullying, that's why they're doing that. That's why the copycat thing. She doesn't like herself. She has some kind of fixation on me, so she's tried to like become me or something. It seems like borderline personality or narcissism, some kind of mirroring issue, personality disorder. And no, not that. Well, I mean, actually, remember her follower that's been harassing me? The one that kept making accounts and coming here? And she was stalking me so much, her account kept forcing its way into my algorithm. Well, I went to come here to do this live about half an hour ago, and her account popped up again because she's still stalking me, even though I have her blocked. And she was saying that she just basically she wanted to die. Life wasn't worth it. I'm like, oh, that karma's kicking your ass, isn't it? Should have left me alone. Taco Bell. It was Taco Bell that just posted that she didn't want to be on Earth anymore after trying to bully me to death for months. So no, that's not actually the one that I was talking about. But yeah, that one also. No, this is a different one. This is I'm getting the divine call to actually, I wasn't going to say her name. We don't give people clout that they're looking to chase. But again, when it gets so bad that you just won't stop, and I've got enough evidence to school you in even a court of law, and it's that big of a problem, right? If I have to, I can. I've made sure to document enough to be able to prove what I'm speaking beyond a shadow of reasonable doubt. 2522, then sometimes I do. And this is a girl called Rose Venus Tarot, and she has been copying my readings. I'll say something and then she'll go and do a reading about it, or I'll post something and then she'll go and post something about it, sometimes less than an hour after I do. And she's been doing this for months. Her account started forcing its way into my face a few months ago, and I noticed her doing this. She's also been claiming, right after I started working on some, I pulled a reading, and numerology and angel numbers came out of it. And then she suddenly jumped on her channel and started posting angel numbers in her readings more recently, claiming that she's done it. She used to do it, but I quickly scrolled back through all of her posts and not a single one had angel numbers in it until within the last 2 weeks, like the day after I posted. And she's done it a bunch of times. She did the same thing with the cartomancy the other day when I was reading for, it was Leona. And Leona's been on and off here for like 7 years or something or more. So just the nonsense karmics. I did notice that their energies were parallel. And I did pick up that energy that you mentioned earlier today. So I wasn't even going to bring that up. But as I was quietly sitting on that and picking that up, right as I was getting ready to come here, that Taco Bell post wanting to give up on life or something just forced its way into my face. So yeah, all of these karmic people, the cards came out earlier and said, if it feels like your haters are winning, it's because you don't see their karma. No, I've been noticing lately, these people are having a hard time. Some of them have been trying to hide it better than others, but I can see it. I can see right through all of them. And what I'm noticing also is a lot of them are starting to deal with, or they're dealing with, what they put us through, what they kicked back and let us go through because they thought that they were better or high and mighty, holier than thou in a so-called better situation. If they didn't help other people put us through it, then they did it themselves or let it happen. And now they're starting to deal with, if not the same exact situations, then similar situations that bring on the same type of stress or, power dynamic or emotional upheaval or challenge. Like if they caused grief for us, or they let other people put us in a grief cycle, let other people bully us, it might not be the same exact situation, but now they're going through something where they're dealing with a situation that is really hard for them. They're having a difficult emotional time. If they cause people money issues or something, or they let other people have, be bullied and have their money messed up, if they just kicked back and let it happen, either let people be bullied or didn't protect people from being bullied, right? Didn't stop the bullies and didn't help or protect the victims. They're going through it now. The same thing that they were misjudging us for, they're having a hard time dealing with. Let me give you an example. Between domestic abuse and widowhood, there was a point where I was being so battered I had to put my business on hold. And I had people misjudge me for that, either like I was lazy or something. It's not my fault. I was physically abused to the point of injury to that degree. Or why don't you just go get a job or something like that, right? As if what my calling is would be less difficult for me than any other job, right? Or as if like a regular job would be easier, or I would be able to do that. No, my calling is first of all easier for me, and an injury is an injury. It doesn't matter what the job is. If you're injured, you're injured. It also doesn't matter what your age is or anything else. If you're injured, you're injured. And so, weird misjudgment. Somebody said ableism. Yes, it is. That is absolutely ableism. So now I'm getting my stuff cleared out. I'm relaunching, I'm healing and overcoming from the damages, overcoming the damages that other people did. And the same people that caused the damages or helped and let other people cause damages, now they're going through difficulties. Right? They misjudged me through the process of widowhood. They misjudged me through domestic abuse that tampered with my finances. Now their people in their life are dying. They can't handle it, but they wanted to judge me for being a widow or how I processed emotions and what have you, when they couldn't fathom having to do so. And now they can't. Now they're losing their marbles, barking up my tree and begging for help, begging for companionship. Left me hanging high and dry with nothing and nobody, but now want my help and support now that they can't handle a fragment of what I went through. And I told them that would happen. I warned them a long time ago. They thought I was being sassy or bluffing. No, the tables always turn. Always. They thought that they could snatch the table that God was setting for us, for me, out from under me. No. And I'm not afraid to eat alone. I know what I bring to the table. Baby, I am the table. And sometimes I flip as necessary. Flip. It was a Jesus reference, in case you didn't catch that. The den of iniquity. Also, the widow's mite is coming to mind. Right now, they're having a hard time processing grief that they misjudged other people for processing. Now, after putting people in difficult situations financially, causing financial losses for people or letting other people do it, just kicking back and letting their family members be abused and stolen from, well, now they're having financial binds and they don't really know what to do about it. Now they're so stressed out because all this stuff is going on that they haven't been working or able to work because they haven't even been able to think straight enough to do it. But they wondered why while juggling death and grief and abuse and all these other things, why we had to put ours on hold. Is there a message? I didn't see it. Things slow down for a reason, right? And so it's their karma. These people are being sat down so that we have the time to move forward without hindrance, and they cannot harvest off of us the way that they were trying. 111, clear your aura. Yeah, the tower, expect the unexpected. See, they're getting smacked back in the face. Ooh, I told you. They're losing it without your energy. Yeah, no more energy vampirism. Message myself. You're so funny. Losing it without your energy. I mean, like, they can't handle it. I said the other day, it seems like some of these people lost their last marble a while ago. And there it is. They try to dress or act like you because they want to be you. I know. I know. I know. I see that. There's this karmic who's like, well, fine. I'm going to go book those plastic surgeries and then people will be jealous of me. Jealous of what? Your insecurity issues? The fact that you don't have the self-discipline to actually take care of your body? It looks like you are supposed to be younger than me, but you're not. I heard that. I'm gonna look younger than... No, I heard botched. Good riddance. Especially if you want to go spend money that you've been making while copying my content. That's my money then. Or that was my blood, sweat, and tears that I really channeled and that you copied really quick, like a cheap, quick grift. What is that? Get rich quick scheme. Yeah? So if you're copying my content to make money, that's really my money. And so then if you're going and you're paying for plastic surgery with dirty money at that point, guess what that's going to manifest for you? Not good things in the long run, boo-boo. I'm not wishing that, but I just saw it, and I'm a medical medium. In fact, I got a bunch of that last night. My aunt called, picked up a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't know what I was picking up or what I was talking about or what have you. I just told her what I was seeing and what I was hearing, and she knew exactly what I was talking about in regards to other people's health stuff that I had no idea about. And then also there were some messages from the spirit team about her own health stuff. I didn't know what was going on or what the messages were about, but I gave her the little downloads and she knew exactly what they were in relation to. It wasn't for me. So yeah, that's how that works. But I do call for divine intervention, and I'm not going to interrupt your karma. So yeah, sure, go forth. Try to be spiteful. Go cut your body up because you hate yourself so much out of spite for me. Sure, see where that leads you. Sounds like you're cutting your nose off to spite your face, boo-boo. Elon Musk won't like you anymore. You don't even like yourself, bitch. Slice and dice. Moving on. Can't relate. I'm going to pause on this, shift the energy around a little bit. This song also came up earlier, so I'm going to play it. Yep, Karmic is mad. Oh, look. Oh, look. You little parrot. First of all, karmic copycat, parroting, divine parroting, divine parroting. And then 2, there's divine masculine and feminine, the original bright and shiny, colorful, unique lovebirds. Hello. You know what? Here's it's an Uber Eats commercial. You know what I noticed? She's over there talking about getting liposuction and a BBL because she feels like she's fat and flabby. And then when she does try to copy the nail tech stuff, when it pops up on my feed, I've noticed that they're typically food related, like orange cream soda nails and strawberry yogurt nails. I'm like, so this is... Go to therapy. Go to therapy and learn to love yourself and maybe work out your food addictions or something. Stop it. Stop copying. Stop harassing. Stop. Talk about a parrot. Oh gosh, that's funny. Honey, it's so very nice to meet you. Please won't you take my hand, never let it go. I've never met no one like you before this evening. Why don't you flaunt it and let everybody know? Baby, you got it like that. 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 You got it like that.
called the heartbeat of America. Like the people who keep...
Shit. He's about done. Let's do this one. I keep hearing this one too. Assistance. Okay, so two things. This is like somebody trying to reach out for plastic surgery, first and foremost. Secondarily, if this is witchcraft or magic they're trying to do. They're going to get instant backfire for it. I don't wish that on you, but I heard botched, so all right. Go fuck up your face and your ass or whatever. If that's what you want to do with your life and your money and your body. It's not yours. That's why it's being stripped from you. If you want to grift and then spend that dirty blood money, get what you pay for. Quality over quantity. Here's another thing. I'm not going to get into the depth of that too much right now. I do have another couple of things to say about it, but I'll save most of them for another time, except to tell you that I just went last night and deleted about half of the followers that I had on one of my accounts. Why? I don't want nasty energy of people I don't want in my life. On my socials, I'll make back those followers and then some. They'll be much better quality too, of a high frequency that I actually do relate to. I don't want fans that I don't resonate with. Because you know why? Those are the ones that get weird and jealous and obsessive and finicky and like not in a good way. Or hateful. Both. Stans, not the good kind. Not good fans. That's why they're being blocked out. I think this is just a troll, Adonis. I do find it funny though. Someone is out of control, doing anything to any and everyone that they want without having remorse, whether it's stealing or lying and gossiping or trying to be petty and spiteful or what have you. I have to sneeze. See, that's 2 for 2, hives and sneeze. I'm allergic to your bullshit. Stop. Bless me. I might have to sneeze again. Nope. Cleared it out. Almost. Ah, health attacks. Look what I'm holding. Someone's trying to negatively affect your health either physically or mentally. Right, mad that they got called out. And so now trying to send health attacks. Hives, let me know that they were doing that. You know who I'm picking up is doing this is Rose of Venus Tarot. And she does, in fact, do witchcraft. She posted something that popped up on my recommended feed because she's been clocking me so much the other day, where she hates men so much, where she said she was going to put she posted a meme that said she put a man's hair in a snake's mouth to do voodoo. You know I was Marie Laveau in another life, right, ma'am? Stay seated. You also know Marie was Catholic, right? Bye. No, she wasn't. Go do your research. She was a voodoo priestess. She was also Catholic and married a white man, in fact, actually, a French white man. So, of course, she's obsessed. You know what I also heard the other day? You white bitch, while you're so desperately trying to pretend to be white, comparing yourself to Elon Musk. I do have Caucasian. I'm mixed. But I'm also a direct Trail of Tears descendant. So you're just weird. Not the good kind. You know I love my weirdos. Not you. Ooh, someone is working to have you. I'm gonna do this and that to you if you don't shut up about me. You're gonna catch hell and karma. I heard you're already there. That's why you're so miserable. Someone's working to have you soul tied to them. Not today, Satan. No. Not all of us. There are tons of us that love each other and vibe. We love other people. But this is a dark person. This is what you'd call a Jezebel. This is a karmic female. This is a demonic entity trying to put on a pretty face to convince people that they're not malicious. This is somebody who's trying to convince and trick people into thinking that they're somebody who is credible, whose word should be taken. This is a grifter. This is a thief. This is not a spiritual worker. This is a thief wearing the mask of a spiritual worker. But a real true light worker, a real spiritual worker would not be doing what she's doing. Which is why in the last video, actually no, which one was it? I'll link it in the description. I tagged a few of the spiritual readers and practitioners that I know are legit, that have consistently over the years that I've built a rapport with, that have stood up for each other. Like Mystic Tori also has had her content grifted or stolen from in various ways. And a few of us have consistently made posts standing up for each other over the years. So no, not all of us are like this. And that's why I speak on it. To let people know that there is a difference and that what they're doing isn't it. So do not lump us all into the same spiritual category, because we're not. We would never do those things. The people I tag that are on my team call those things out and would never do those things. They're like me, at least on that note. They have a level of high integrity and ethics, certainly in comparison to the ones that don't, which I recognize and respect. It's why I give credit where it's due. Yeah. They will receive instant karma for anything they try to do to you. A legion of demonic spirits have been dispatched to attack people, to attack you through people around you. So, and the reason that I was picking up this Rose of Venus crap, and then you assumed that it was, I'm picking up a call to just say it once, the crazy K crap, is because it's all the same. I also mentioned, I think if not in this reading, then the last one, I picked up the local cult, right? The cult witch here that used to work at the domestic violence center, who bullied me out of the domestic violence center while she was working there so she could launch her cult full time while she was copying my content. They all tried to say that I was crazy for being a medium, but she quit her day job at the domestic violence center they bullied me out of in order to go launch a business stealing my content full time. The same stuff they call me crazy for, she's been trying to make a business out of. And she's old enough to be my mother. Okay, so I picked up that energy, I think in the last reading. And this is an energy. That's where the chaos, magic, and conflict spells started. That's locally where it started being sent out from, this little group here. Directly tied to the people holding my daughter hostage. You see, that was that whole, it was a setup, long con setup. And so they sent out conflict spells because they wanted me to be so burdened in dealing with all these people causing issues that I didn't have time to properly apprehend them, or so they thought. I would be too busy to put them in prison and properly help victims and survivors or prevent them from creating new ones. No. You see, I handle it. It's not ideal or fun. It's definitely more stressful to have all that crap on your plate, but you see, I handle it. Straighten my crown and handle it. I don't say that because it sounds cute. They did. They copied it because they thought it sounded cute or lucrative. I don't say it because it sounds cute. Heavy as the head. And they couldn't handle it. They couldn't hack it. They tried. But if they could, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing, because somebody who could wouldn't need to copy and be a grifter. They'd be getting their own divine downloads. So there's that. Somebody karmic is saying, well, sometimes there's synchronicities. It's not synchronicities, it's synchronicities, first of all. Also, it's not aesthetics, it's aesthetics. She also gets mad when people call her out for mispronouncing things, but she does a lot, all the time. Constantly. On simple words. And it's like, it's one thing to not want to listen to people, or, you know, to try to just ignore what people are saying, but to sit there and post about how people don't like how you're mispronouncing, you just sound uneducated, you ratchet ass, thief ass bitch. That's all. You city scum. That's all. If it didn't bother you so much, you wouldn't be posting about it. And since it does, maybe you should learn to say things correctly. Google it. Alrighty then. Also, to then make a whole separate channel with the word in it. Man, I might as well make a channel name with the word in it that I mispronounce, that people don't like, that I mispronounce. So you made a whole channel just emphasizing how stupid you are. Copying me, trying to do nails. Got it. Okay. Did we cover everything there? No, I just skimmed the surface on that one, but anyway. Yeah, Divine Masculine says, no wonder you've been handling stuff behind the scenes. Basically, no wonder you've had an attitude. Uh-huh. He's like, this is worse than I thought. When you posted about that reader copying you yesterday, I didn't post all the evidence and stuff with it. I did some of it today. Some of it, just a little bit over the last week or two. And it was bad enough that there's no denying it or arguing it. It's just so blatant. And so he's like, it's worse than I thought. That's just the last couple of weeks, babe. I've been busy. But I noticed it months ago. And when it would force its way into my face, that I would document it as it popped up. Because I saw this coming. A long time ago, in fact. I saw this coming before I started here, as I was starting, which is why I made sure to cover my behind, make sure that there was nobody with my name, nobody doing what I was doing the way I do it. I did my due diligence to cover my own bases for my own self-protection and make sure I wasn't infringing on anyone else's rights, but also so I could protect myself, knowing full well, because people have tried to steal from me in other lives, Tesla,
that they were going to try to do it again based on that karmic cycle. And Lacey, I was prepared. I prepared for this 10 years ago, ma'am. A lot longer than you've been here. Hilarious. You're not gonna think this is funny. God says, yes, you are, because you saw it coming. Yeah. You think you're doing something slick, you're gonna try to poke the bear. I already did. No. No. Maybe. I hear this.
I make a motherfucker say, oh yeah, I'm cold as a lion with no hair. If you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear. Cause that bitch gon' need it, and I'm home and greedy. Give me that.
If you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear, cause that bitch gonna need it. My eyes are looking big today. Better to see you with, my dear. Just kidding. But maybe not. Maybe you can't throw me to the wolves. They come when I call. So as far as the cult witch domestic abuse nonsense goes, they all ganged up in a little group here to do spells. And basically it's like them calling the devil and dispatching an evil radio station so that anybody on that radio station will pick it up. Or them calling on the devil, or the devil whispering through their ear to go do evil things based on their anger and jealousy, and to do spells to try to recruit other people who will be opening to listen to the devil jump on their shoulder and calling them to join it. It's kind of the same thing. It's like body jumping, demonic body jumping. And Lacey was just another weak-ass bitch that was open to being a vessel for the devil. I call them Satan's bitches. Ma'am, you're a puppet. Because if you had any real self-control, you wouldn't be doing that crap. Toodles. Next.
Oh, my days.
Yeah, someone is out of control doing anything to anyone and everyone that they want without remorse. And that's, you don't get to do that. You get karma for that. You see, now some of them are wanting to reverse what they've done. Let me just try to do that reversal magic. I'm not feeling good about myself, and that's why I'm trying to target other people. Yeah, girl, I know. That's why I'm calling you out. Enough. Go to therapy. Spend that liposuction money on therapy instead. Or maybe save it for a lawyer, because if you don't cut that shit out, I will drag your ass to court. I do have the disclaimer about copyright and theft in my description for a reason. It's not there because it looks cute, and since you wanted to copy all my other content, you should have gone through that. It's at the bottom of the page. Bye. Also, why do you think I tagged JoJo? First of all, he's one of the people who also speaks up on plagiarism and theft when it has happened. We've had chats about this before, including about people doing this to Mystic Tory too. This is JoJo's deck. Here's another thing. I found this deck online, bought it years ago, and I didn't know at the time that this was Joey's deck. I found his channel also at a similar point, but I didn't realize until after I'd got the deck home and in my hands, I had to wait for it to come, that it was his deck. I had to go back and to his channel and look more closely and see if he put out cards. What happened was I got this home and I recognized a symbol on it. It was on a cover photo of one of his videos that I had recently seen. Somebody says, so when you bought the deck, you didn't know that they were his? No, I just got the angelic call to pick them up. That is a vibe tribe energy. Mami Wata Tarot and I, a lot of times, either, sometimes it goes back and forth, but often I've seen it. I'll be sleeping and I will be getting a dream about something. And then while I'm sleeping, she'll put out a reading. And the reading will match what I just dreamt about. I'll have just woken up from a dream and there'll be a fresh reading from her. And everything that I saw in the dream, picked up in the dream, was in her reading. So while I was sleeping and dreaming it, she was awake and reading it in the cards with God. And there's just no way for her to do that unless she's legit. There's just no way. But you have people like Venus Rose, Lacey, who try to force synchronicities, that goes on my live feed and copies verbatim things that I'm saying, posts them for herself, and then hopes either people don't notice or they think it's just a coincidence, or think that she's also a soul sister on the... No, baby, your energy doesn't match. You're not like us. VIP. Quality over quantity.
Sharpen my teeth, doing my nails, dance around the kitchen, take my time. I feel it now on the rise. Something in me stays alive. I'm breathing, I'm sleeping. What you think I'm not beneath that? I'm speaking.
I heard that. I've been doing this for months. I thought you didn't notice. No, baby, I was biding my time. I was waiting till God gave me the call to jump, and God said jump today.
It's you, I need it. You think you've got
Tactical.
it, but baby, I'm the one. Sink my blood into the night. Secrets strung through the sky. So listen to them and I can survive. Night seems to melt at night. I'm breathing, I'm sleeping. What you think I'm not beneath that? I'm singing, I'm screeching. It's you, I need it.
You're protected just came out. It's also using ocean energy to salts to cleanse these nasty energies out. They'll receive instant karma. Massive success is coming to you after you release someone toxic from your life. Yeah. And they're being cut out. Binding spell in reverse. Someone has ill intent or thoughts towards you, but there's nothing they can do physically or spiritually about it. Yeah, we know. toxic fixation. Someone's attracted to your light and seeking to dim it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being so obsessed with me that you want to absorb me, become me, but you also can't stand me because you wish you could be me so much that you want to squash me out? How are you trying to squash the person you want to be? Maybe if I dim your light, nobody will know. Your life's going to perpetually spiral down. The color purple. Until you do right by me, everything that you even think about will fail. Until you do right by me, everything that you touch will crumble. Including your health, I'm hearing. Uno reverse. Be careful what you wish for and send out, especially at somebody who far superiorly outranks you. Seraphim is not in my title because it sounds cute. That's who I am. It's my ranking, babe. I didn't pick it. In fact, I tried to run from it when that's who God told me I was. Sounded very arrogant and didn't make sense to my logical, humble Gemini brain. But guess what? God had other plans for me.
So, we are back. God said, you stand tall and shake that confidence. So I do. There was a point where I was too humble. There are some days I still am humble. People often underestimate me as a result. It's their mistake in the end. So many people are coming from a place of ego or trying to flex that when I come from a place of authenticity, they presume that I'm doing the same. So they try to match my confidence with their false bravado, with their false confidence, because they don't yet realize that I'm not faking like they are. But they find out pretty quickly the hard way. Every time. When they can't actually match my energy, they realize I wasn't bluffing, for starters. Or that I outrank them. Or even if they knew that and they just thought that because I'm kind that I wouldn't do anything about the situation. No, they learn the hard way. I will absolutely defend myself. Look, I just caught a fly in the palm of my hand. I'm not going to show you. I'm going to get rid of it. But yeah, that's a message for you. Don't fuck with the bitch who can literally catch flies in the palm of her hand. And call me Mrs. Miyagi. Yuck. Okay. So I do have a few more songs and another deck to crack out. Struggle. But there was a song specifically, it was Body Language. I'm going to put it back on. There was one line in it. It's by Abel Hart. Hi, baby kitty. Oh, dear, my lovey. Mommy needs to get some water. And in particular, the line says, I'll be your student of love. Except for I heard a song back to that one. It was Apple Juice by Jessie Reyes, and she said, I'll teach you how to love. So it was like divine masculine and divine feminine speaking back and forth. He says, I'll be your student of love. She says, I'll teach you how to love. And that was the message behind these two songs, the communication between the masculine and feminine energy collectively. Yep. Even YouTube said, hold up, I need a break from this imitation energy. It did. It's nice to see you.
Maybe ain't nobody watching.
Just these eyes.
You gotta be afraid to share your mind. Show me how you want it. That's right. Go ahead, baby, teach me. I wanna learn your body language.
I'll be your student of love. Okay, love. I can't stop the song right there. It's so good. We gotta give him a few more bars.
You can use me till I fall. Girl, I'm right where you found me. I won't leave until you're done. Oh, I know everybody next to me is such a wrong. I can tell that you want me. Girl, I wanna see you dance, spin around, let it out. Ain't nobody running moves like you do. You're the truth, up and down from side to side.
You're the truth. Oh, baby, I know. 7322. Straight from the hip.
Come alive, close the glass, there ain't no.
She shoots. She is me. That is what she said. I'm her.
I could see only me, girl, you're free.
Just these eyes.
Gotta be afraid to share your mind. Show me how you want it.
That's right.
Go ahead, baby, teach me.
I wanna learn your body language. I'll be your strength as well. Okay. Come here, my monkey. It's okay. No, that's not it. Let's do this. You know what? Lola Young's song, a new one just came up, but hold on. She's got another one. And this seems to be paralleling what... Oh, it's this karmic energy. It's called messy. First, they say, we're too messy. Then they say, we're too fucking clean. They told us, get a job. Then they ask where the fuck we've been. Like, you just can't make these people happy. They have something to nitpick about no matter what you do. So fuck them all. Not literally. They can screw themselves. Live your life. As long as you're in alignment with your highest self and God, then nobody else matters, nor do their shitty opinions. Next. Okay, we'll play that in a minute. Let's go back to Jessie, though. Broken home, baby.
Broken home, baby.
I can never blame you.
No one ever taught you how to love right. No one ever taught you how to stand by when it's uphill. And more times than love is just uphill. You always find something. You never stop running. You don't even bother trying to keep a smile. Let me take your back, boy, let me try. We might be alright. Perfect ain't coming, but we'll be alright. Yeah. You just gotta love me. Don't let goodbyes come too easy. Love me. Just let me know that you need me. Love me. And I'll teach you how to love me. Love me. Broken home, baby. I can never take you, even though you're trying to soul out of my eyes.
Okay. I have another song, this one song about the karmics, and then we're going to switch back just to leave it on a higher note with this divine masculine energy. I do prefer to be in this, but I do have to call out the others too really quickly. Oh, baby, what you doing? Alrighty.
like -4 degrees, and I get what you're saying. I just really don't wanna hear it right now. Can you shut up for like once in your life? Listen to me. I took your nice words of advice about how you think I'm gonna die lucky if I turn 33. Okay, so you got smoke like a chimney. I'm not skinny and I pull a Britney every other week. But cut me some slack. Who do you want me to be? 'Cause I'm too messy.
Then I'm too fucking clean. You told me get a job and you told where the hell I've been.
And I'm too perfect. So I
Open my big mouth.
I want to be me. Yes, I know I'm loud. And I'm too clever. And then I'm too fucking
Dumb.
You hate it when I
Cry,
cry.
but this
It's that time of the month. And I'm too perfect. So I show you that I'm not 1,000 people.
could be for you and every fucking lot. I'm such a good friend. These karmics are complaining and wondering why people don't want to be around them. Gee, I don't. Because God calls us to be away from you, you mean girls. 7. Regina George, an evil dictator. Yeah, you should have picked a better role model. You know, she gets hit by a bus in the end of that one. And we're not confused. King of Pentacles. You're not a warthog, you're a lion. Right, 9 of Swords. Do not trust her. And so Divine Feminine says, this is not a safe situation. This is a toxic situation, right? These copycat psychos. And the Divine Masculines, like, boosting up the Divine Feminine, also calling these karmic people out, but Judgment. See? They're getting judgment called on them. They're catching karma. 2 of Swords. Coach car. Step away from underage girls. Like I said, I've been busy apprehending pedophiles and advocating against elder abuse. So fighting actual real life children abuse and child abuse and elder abuse. Look, while these karmics have been acting like barbaric little jungle creatures with no sense of ethics, morality, no sense of any kind of balance, no human decency, no spiritual comprehension, just raw, cutthroat, I want what I want, bloodthirsty, bloodlust, right? Like jungle monsters. No temperance, but God is tempering the situation now. They didn't want to have any self-control. God's forcing it on them now. Look, I don't want to go get liposuction. I don't fit in any of my clothes. You could try Sears. All their secrets got exposed. Nothing hidden anymore. Bye. Anything else you want to tell me about the moon? I feel like there's another message. Yeah, the balance is being restored. It's the divine exposing this and also bringing it to balance, to justice. Look, because they were not supposed to be trying to step on toes or steal, lie, cheat, and steal their way to the top of our wheels of fortune. Hi, how are you? Right. Bloodlust. They were bloodthirsty. No. Suck on that, Divine Feminine says. I'm going to go mind my business and keep building. And in the 6 of Swords, typically that's a Divine Masculine carrying Divine Feminine and her children away from whatever danger. Like steering the boat away to calmer waters. You look really pretty. Yeah, and it's because of jealousy. This is why they were doing stuff like that. 8222. 2 of Pence. Yeah. Trying to copy, something about cut from the same cloth, I hear, trying to make themselves seem like they were cut from the same cloth, but really what they were doing was trying to steal our dirty laundry to manufacture some kind of scrap outfit for themselves. If I wear the scrids of MGM, then maybe I'll be half as successful. Ew. 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 Nobody wants to be around them. because they don't even know which direction to go in. So they're trying to steal our destiny, which again requires being in front of somebody if they wanted to compete with us. But, or in other words, they're trying to step on our toes, which requires being in front of us. But at the same time, like, for example, this particular person, they don't have anything to post until after I post so that they can copy it. That's what they've been doing for months. They don't even like themselves. They don't have anything going for them. Yeah, you guys are so cute. I heard that. So no originality. No. How are you going to try to step on somebody's toes, copycat, which means being in front of them while you're following in their footsteps in order to copy them, which requires being behind them? You can't have it both ways. And so this karmic says, well, I'll just copy your footsteps until I think I can step on your toes, and then I'll find somebody else to do it to level up the next one. No, Jezebel, that's why you're being shut down. Alrighty. Quarter two. Oh, good grief. Lots of stuff to tie up. The death. Ending, closing of cycles. You did just say end of quarter two. I also, aren't there quarters in a football game? Yeah. Yeah, 4 15-minute quarters. And so basically they were trying to, I also just heard balking. It's like a baseball game, if you know about baseball. Somebody tries to stall out a game. It's like the pitcher, when they just keep pretending to throw over and over again. They never actually intend to pitch. They just keep hoping that the batter takes a false swing so that they can get an easy out. That's balking. They're not actually trying to play. They're just trying to cheat and stall out the game. And the referee or the umpire will eventually give them a strike, a negative mark on their team's scorecard just for trying to balk instead of playing fairly. It's just a form of cheating. But as far as the hold on, what happens in the something about like competition on the field? I just saw basketball too. I think they're quarters in, aren't there? No. Maybe. Yeah, 4 quarters. Okay. Okay, so in the 4th quarter of a football game, because I was picking up football, I did see basketball too, though. The primary objective for each team is to either maintain their lead or to score enough points to overcome the deficit. So let's say that you've got one team that has 2 points and then one team that has 1 point, right? The team that has 2 points tries to make sure that they're the ones who at least have 2 points by the end of the game in the last quarter when the other team still only has 1, or that even if the other team scores so that they have 2, then this team scores another so that they have 3. Their point is to try to keep themselves with the greater number so that they can win the game. While the other one, their goal, let's say this one has 2 points and this one has 1 point. This one's goal is to get at least 2 or more points so that they can even just level the game or beat the competition. So that's a weird statement. Basketball. Street. That's cute. That is one of the best things I've ever seen. Stone bunny. Sounds like my cup of tea. confused too. Final quarter characterized by increased intensity and strategic clock management. And so that's basically what it is. They've been trying to stall people out. They've been trying to, it's like a game to them. It's not a competition or a game. It's our real lives. And you get karma for messing with people's real lives, first and foremost. Secondarily, you're in lack and loss frequency to think that you have to compete with people or that there won't be enough for you if you don't take from somebody else. That's not how that works. It's not how that works. For example, if we were to stop wasting food resources the way that we do and implemented proper structures, world hunger could easily be cured. There is enough resource in the world to cure world hunger. There's no reason for humans on this earth to struggle and suffer. There is enough. The problem is that it's not being dispersed at all or appropriately. So you've got some places with too much food and it's being thrown out, and then some places with not enough and they're not getting it where they need it. This is why places like, I believe in some Swiss environments, definitely France, they've actually banned or made law restrictions on waste, food waste, to try to help with this issue. It's a similar parallel in the spiritual reference. There is enough to go around, but these people have a fucked up mentality, a bunk ass mentality. There is enough food to end world hunger as we speak currently, but it takes people not mismanaging things and doing the work to get it where it needs to be. And that hasn't been happening, not to the degree that it could. It is possible. There are enough resources on Earth statistically to fix that problem. But are people going to put the money and the manpower behind it is the question, or the application. Both. So it's like that. They'd rather steal and grift because they feel like they don't have anything or they won't have anything for themselves than actually try to manifest or generate anything for themselves. And that's why they don't, because they're so focused on taking from other people. Their energy's not manifesting. They're manifesting karma for themselves, bad karma, right? Temporary gains that they think that they're making, but then immediate backfire or pretty quickly down the line. So they lose everything they thought they were going to gain. Why? Because they lacked temperance and balance. I'm done with this. Ooh, I just flipped the deck though. First of all, that's a scene where she's realizing she's eating weight gain, caltine, high calorie protein bars or whatever it is. She was trying to lose weight, but she was eating protein and calorie bars to gain weight that they give malnourished kids actually in Africa, according to the movie. And then, I mean, she feels like she's defeated. 10 of Swords is death and destruction. Everything falls apart. Her whole life crumbles. Like I said, until you do right by me, everything that you touch will crumble. Everything that you even think about will fail. And confirmation on the back. Too messy, and I'm too fucking clean. You told me get a job and it was where the hell I've been. And I'm too perfect, so I open my big mouth. I want to be me. Yes, they're not allowed, and I'm too clever. a month. Too perfect to show you that I'm not 1,000 people I could be for you. I hate the fucking lot. Okay, I have one more. This is a Divine Masculine song or reference of a Divine Masculine message through this song for Divine Feminine. Good. You guys are so cute. Shop talk. My grandfather likes to play golf, not the one that died this week. He's very good, actually. He wins the tournaments. He plays the big tournaments in the state, and he's won them many times. Is that a hotel? Vacation spot? Good. I hope you enjoy yourself. Also, please don't ever apologize for, I don't know if you were on when I said this, for having dad duties. You'll never bother me with that. Especially if it was kind of late that night, like 10:30 or something. I don't know how old she is exactly, but I would say that if she's up that late, she probably needs something. So good on you, and no worries ever for that.
Sometimes I'm beaten, sometimes I'm broke.
Oh,
'Cause sometimes this shit is nothing but smoke.
that's fun.
Is there a secret? Is there a code? And when
Do they have babysitter supervision there, or? My mom anxiety just jumped. And I can't imagine you'd leave her in an unsafe place, but my curiosities, that'd be my first question with my girl. Good. That's good. That's good. You have to be careful. Sometimes, even like I've seen stories where there's like a pool full of people, and one kid starts to slip under the water, and if nobody's like watching all of them very closely, like people don't notice. They've found kids at the bottom of the pool where there are tons of people playing. It's just like nobody notices. That's where mom anxiety. That's good. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I know that there are good people in the world. I had the best people in my life that I could do that with. I wouldn't think twice about leaving my stuff around, and if I did or I left something somewhere, they would be the ones to keep it safe or cover my back or something. Those ones died. Tony and Dell, and I had a few others, but I know that there are people like that exist. It's just the ones that have been left that I've been stuck dealing with here as I get out Yeah, they're not like that. Those are the types of people that I learned to stop leaving my stuff around. Those are the reason. There's people, those types of people, and those people are the reason I don't let people in my house or around my daughter like that. But I know not everybody's like that. You guys are awesome.
Tell me how to be in this world. Tell me how to breathe and feel the world. Tell me how, 'cause I believe in something. I believe in those. After the wreckage, after the dust, I still hear the howl, still feel the run. Over the rise, above all the noise,
222.
through all the world, I still hear your voice. Tell me how to be in this world. Tell me how to breathe and feel the world. Tell me how, 'cause I believe in something. I believe in this. Tell me when the light goes out, and even in the dark we'll find a way out. Tell me now, 'cause I believe in something. I believe in love. You said you can't save a desperate kid. Set my seats, learn how to kiss. Running through streets of pain and gold. We never believe we go out like this. Tell me how to be in this world. Tell me how to breathe and feel no hurt. Tell me how, 'cause I believe in something. I believe in us. Tell me when the light goes down, and even in the dark we'll find a way out. Tell me now, 'cause I believe in something. I believe in
Let's do one more. Because I don't feel like the channel's closing quite yet. That's the wrong deck, though. Lord, how many do you have? 2 of those? But I am going to go hang outside for a little bit, so I won't be here for too much longer. Ooh, guess what card just got stuck on the inside? Ooh, Romeo. Where art thou, Romeo? Kiss. Social events. Balcony. Step forward. I would say humorous, loyal, devoted. Yeah. Appointment. There are unions coming through. There are like offerings or events or hangouts or there's something. Social gatherings. Even just a small scale. There's an offering of spending time together in love. Union. This is union energy. I'm picking up on. The nurse. Juliet. Juliet. Romeo and Juliet popped out back to back. Okay. Kind, loving, realistic. The nurse, the healer, patience, divine feminine, apothecary, right. It's just been over here doing herbal healing. Speaking of, I was just picking up some Reiki. Why don't we do some of that, shall we?
Walnut, adapt to change. Forgive and forget. Willow, accept imperfections. Okay. Angry. Karmics are angry. Here, I can't keep up with her. No, you can't. Stop trying. Queen. There's a karmic female upset. She's saying to Divine Feminine, you're going to live a happy life, a happy, successful, fulfilled life. I hear full of financials and like productivity also. And she says, I hate it. It's like everything I wanted for myself and I wished you wouldn't get. Well, guess what? You manifested having nothing for yourself by wishing that other people had nothing. So that was on you, boo-boo. In reverse. I shoot from the hip, remember? He likes... He's a Foxwoods guy. Not always, but... Don't they have golf courses? I think that's where he sometimes goes. Although I'm sure he would. Ugh. Oh, the protein shake just sat at the bottom of that. Ugh. I heard that and didn't properly dissolve. No, apparently not. It's fine. Hi, baby. That was it, the flavor or the texture? It was the texture that got me. Thanks. I'm gonna go sit in the sun in a minute. You know what though? This reading has been calling me for 2 or 3 days. It popped up a few days ago. This is Chiron Intuition. And I don't know if I've shared Chiron Intuition here like this before. I've definitely shared his posts, like his videos here and there, like on the community tab, but not like this. However, I really like his readings. When they do pop up, they do resonate for me. When I'm called to them, they slap. However, Chiron is a healing sector. I'm a healer, but everybody has a Chiron sector in their natal chart. However, mine is a very particular place for me. Part of my purpose is to overcome these devil energies. My healing in Leo being the card with a message that says you have the strength to overcome the devil. And interestingly enough, there's devil placement energy in my thank you, baby, in one of my node placements. So part of my purpose is to overcome the devil, but in my healing sector, I have the strength to overcome it, which is why I do. It's also why the devil has tried me. Now, I have subbed to Chiron Intuition for a couple of years, and I had never seen his face until recently. He started coming on camera. This reading came up the other day and it said the justice system is not playing with these people. The justice system is not playing with these people. Anyone caught lying will be imprisoned. Stop trying to stir the pot.
We have justice out here first. Libra. What is this energy here? We
You
have the
guys are
Ace
speaking
of
foreign
Wands
language
energy
to
here.
me.
So this justice is activating something. 1, 1, 1. Yeah, justice is 11. Ace of Wands is 1. 1, 1, 1. We have the Knight of Wands energy here. Yeah, justice, Ace of Wands, and Knight of Wands here. Oh, somebody's very much...
Heard that. Who is it? Chiron Intuition. Chiron.
activated for this fight. It looks like this is the beginning of the fight, to be honest. It does. And it looked like somebody's not giving up at all.
No.
They're not giving up. What is this energy here? We have the Hermit, okay? Virgo energy. So there's some detective work here. There's some evidence that is going to be investigated. Some searching that's going to be done here. Yeah, they're going to find everything. Do you hear what I'm saying? Everything. 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 Okay? Ace of Wands here. And then the Ten of Wands. Right under Justice. Like, I mean, everything. When I tell you, you know how like fire, like if you burn a piece of paper, you know the whole piece of paper is going to burn, right? It's not going to be like in the center, a piece of paper, you know, a little piece is going to be, you know, still lit, you know, sitting there. The whole paper is going to be burned. That's what's about to happen. This Knight of Wands, wherever they're going, they're burning the whole damn thing up. They're finding everything. The Hermit and the Ten of Wands, they're finding everything. Like, every damn thing.
It's like when they figure out one lie and it just unravels all the other lies. 3:33 on the clock. It was 2:33 rather on the clock on the East Coast.
I am so serious. I can't even believe how early the Ten of Wands came out like that.
I can. Because the Ten of Swords just came out.
We have the Knight of Pentacles energy here. Okay, let me get 2 more cards here. We have the Knight of Swords energy. They're facing each other. And the Knight of Swords is right underneath the Knight of Wands. So we got 3 Knights out here already. Knights. And let me get 1 more. We have the 10 of Pentacles energy here. Wow. That's a lot of evidence right there. That's a lot of, what is it? Finances, resources. Yeah, somebody's not going to be happy here from what they find. They're going to find it.
I kind of want to paint my nails again.
Whoever this is that's going literally underneath justice, they're going to be devastated.
I won't. I have other
how they burned through something like that. Yeah. And they found everything. And not only that, another thing I'm getting, because I see Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Sword, and then the 10 of Pentacles, I feel like this Knight of Sword connected the dots between this Knight of Pentacles and this 10 of Pentacles. I feel like they connected the dots between something. It's all connecting to somebody.
I'm picking up 2 situations in particular here. One of them in regards to child abuse and one of them in regards to elder abuse. But you know, in those 2 situations, those separate situations that I had to deal with, I noticed the same kind of abusive parallels. It's how I recognize the patterns of abuse. And it's how those of you who've been here for a while remember many, many months ago, maybe actually probably wasn't that many ago, 3 to 6-ish, when Elon and Trump were doing the coup d'etat, the hostile overthrow of the government system. I called it about 2 weeks before they did this. And yes, I'm psychic. Partially, I intuited that coming, but also no. What I started seeing was the exact patterning of how my daughter and I were treated, playing out in a much larger scale with the so-called president and the country and Elon, his little tag team sidekick. I saw it. I saw what they were vying for. That somebody had something they wanted. I saw that they were trying to spin a control tactic. I saw the exact same control pattern tactics that were used against my daughter and I start to be set up against the country. And then 2 weeks later, coup d'etat. I saw it coming. It's just basic narcissism.
What is this energy here? And we have the 3.
But while maybe there's some political stuff coming, that's not what I'm getting into. This is in regards to the more personal stuff, in regards to child abuse, cases of child abuse. And then also, as far as my grandfather dying, there were 3 separate incidents. Actually, I'm being called to wait on most of this. 3 separate incidents. And somehow, even though these were in different jurisdictions, like in Earth Angel, God planted on the case, this particular officer kept ending up on these cases, even in different jurisdictions, even though he's only working one. It was like just a fluke that he was sent over to help another jurisdiction that was short-staffed and ended up on that particular case. But it wasn't. It was divine guidance and intervention. Because I had already established 3 or 4 weeks ago when I spoke to him about the elder abuse and neglect that I noticed. I only learned about the first incident yesterday. And that happened, I don't even know how long ago, within the last number of months or years. But I had already established just for myself that when I spoke to this officer about a month ago, that this was some kind of earth angel. I knew it, I heard it, I picked it up. And I had been making calls to advocate on behalf of my grandfather and my aunt too, who I hear smell alcohol, somebody's drinking, who was with legal paperwork illegally barred from seeing her dad based on ridiculousness. And she was calling around trying to figure things out and figure out where he was so she could spend time with him before he died. And she didn't know I was calling around trying to advocate for her. And she told me yesterday that she found it so weird that it was so easy for her to get the information that she was looking for, right? Because they were trying to hide my grandfather and his whereabouts from her and her sister. So there are 3 siblings, and one sibling was trying to hide their dad from all the other siblings. And I told her what officer that I had spoken to, and she said that that was the same one that she spoke to a few weeks ago. And even though illegal legal paperwork was put in place to try to bar her from seeing him, I had already made such a stink. I had already done such whistleblowing and advocacy for her, for my grandfather. I didn't hide my name. I made sure to put hers in there, and I made sure to put his in there. That when she called, I bet you this officer recognized the names, because I made him do a wellness check. And he saw the same things I did. And it was a problem, and I wasn't overreacting. He gave me some professional numbers to call around, and that's what I was doing, quietly advocating. That's what I've been doing for weeks. I know my demeanor's been a bit more gruff. There's a reason for that. I've been a busy bitch. They tried to throw some extra wrenches and hurdles and roadblocks in my way. It didn't stop me, just made me pull out the bitch card. Got it done though. Clean. However, back to this. This is one of the situations, and this is why I know what he's talking about. She said it was weirdly easy for her to find him, even though attempts had been made to block her from doing just that. And she was given the information, even though technically, based on the fraudulent paper that was filed, she wasn't supposed to, according to the paperwork. But because I had already told the truth and blew the lid off of the smear campaign that was being told to isolate my grandfather and to isolate my aunt from him, both of them actually, both my aunts, they made sure to help instead. So she was actually planning to come up today to see him, but he died on Sunday. She did get to go see him last week, though. And if I hadn't been making those calls and advocating, by the time she figured out where he was and where the access points were, he would have been dead. She would not have been able to say goodbye. Similarly to how my daughter was held hostage in the process of my grandmother dying, and neither of them got to say goodbye to each other, which, mind you, was my grandmother's dying wish. In fact, she stated that while my daughter was being held hostage, before she even knew she was sick, before anybody did. I think maybe somewhere intuitively she knew, spiritually she knew, without realizing cognitively, but like subconsciously or something. That's funny. Well, so there's the pattern. There was an incident from, I don't know, a number of months or a year ago, and my grandfather was left without proper care in a dangerous position. He was found with oxygen tanks running and like a possible flammable explosive situation. It just wasn't a good spot. By the same person who was isolating him, mind you. What I saw in the situation was similar levels of neglect that I experienced as a child being reinflicted on an elder. I just watched the same pattern repeat. I'm like, on the flip side, how can you know how to care for people when those people didn't properly care for you? Really? But still, I don't care whether son wasn't taking care of father because father never took care of son and neither really knew how to. I don't care. It runs in the family. Nah, baby, this is where it runs out. Generational curse broken. So it's like they figure out one fact and it leads to a succession of other facts. I spoke to this one officer and my aunt happened to end up with the same officer a few weeks later. And wouldn't you know, it was the same officer that ended up having to answer the call for my grandfather in a different jurisdiction at a different time period. 3 times on 3 separate calls. That, my darling, that's a synchronicity. That's organic. That was earth angeling. That's one. Got another one for you. People figuring out what the motive was for hostage situations or where it started. Yeah. Like maybe the smear campaign is that Divine Feminine's this terrible person or terrible mom or something, but then people realize that actually she was domestically abused by the same people who've been trying to say that about her to make themselves look good and try to make her look bad to flip the script. And then everything else behind that unfolds. Why they've been targeting her money, why she was so protective of her child, because she didn't want her child to be thrown across the living room floor or sexually assaulted like she was by the same people, you see. Okay, checkmate. Whoops, not my whoops. Or the paper trail of financial crimes that they left after committing them over and over for years because they just thought they'd never gotten caught since they did get away with it for so long. As if that paper trail wouldn't eventually come back and hang them all. Like the Judases they are. Judas hangs himself every time.
Cups energy here. Celebrations. Celebrations here. What's this energy? People are oh. Come on now. What is this energy? We have the Emperor, Aries. What about this energy here? Something about the leader. We have the Page of Pentacles energy here. So what is this? This is something that like a person is giving, a person is starting something, planting some type of seed because they can. The Emperor is usually a leader, somebody that nobody tells them what to do. They can do what they want to do. And this Emperor right here is in a very good energy, a very good mood with, I want to say others, and they're about to start something. They're about to, I want to say start a movement because I feel like they got the people behind them. Yeah, they're about to start something here. What is this energy? Damn, we got the Ten of Swords? Why the Ten of Swords? I gotta get the rest of this line. The Four of Pentacles, let me get two more. The Knight of Cups.
Funny. Thanks, though. I like
and
your
then
vibes.
The Eight of Wands energy. So what is this? It feels like somebody tried to move forward.
You've been good company and you're smart and funny and keep the trolls at bay. Love you.
Thing. Or they tried to plant some type of seed. But something ended. Like they weren't able to do something. I don't know who this Emperor is. They seem to be in a good energy, a positive energy, and with the people that they need to be with, right? And then I see the Page of Pentacles, but then the Ten of Swords. So they're not able to do something, not able to plant some type of seed, not able to start something, not able to maintain something, not able to save something. It's an energy of a person trying to go another way, trying to find another way. Yeah, they're trying to go around something. So it's almost like somebody's trying to evade the truth or evade doing the right thing. It's something here that's being denied though. They're trying to plant some type of seed, but it's being denied, it's being stopped, it's being blocked.
Hi, babies.
It's like they're trying to maintain something, but I don't know if they're going to be able to. It looked like something is going to close out. That's what
they've been trying to evade the law. They've been trying to evade consequences. They've also been trying to evade taxes. Wouldn't you know?
to prevent. But if you're wrong, you're just wrong, right? Like, what do you? I mean, I guess they're gonna fight, right? These energies, they're not gonna give up. They know.
No, because they know what the consequence is on the other side of it. So for them, betting against lying to try to keep whatever they've stolen or get away with it is a better option for them in their mind than admitting the truth and then having to take whatever accountability or consequence comes with it. In some cases, for these people, meaning prison or jail time. Prison and jail being two separate places. Prison is worse.
Wrong, and they, yeah.
Somebody says, what's the difference? Jail is, it's like county jail. If you get sentenced to jail, it's a crime, usually a minor crime comparatively, and it's anything less than a year. If it's anything more than 365 days, or it's a more extreme crime, that's when they usually bump them up to a prison. It's usually higher security, not as nice of a place, depending.
I didn't even need to pull this card, but here it is. We have the Seven of Swords. So we already knew it was some bullshit right there. What is this energy here with?
Did I not say that this morning? With the hives, and then what was it? I started sneezing. My bullshit detector went off. I heard that. Who is this? This is Chiron Intuition. I'll link it in the description. Why am I not subbed to this?
We have the 8 of Swords energy. I feel like somebody might be going to jail for lying. I don't know who this is, but it sounds like somebody's going to jail for lying because the first card was Justice. The second card was the Ace of Wands, and then the Knight of Wands came out. And the Knight of Wands is like, you know, they enforce the shit. So the King of Sword, let's say the Knight of Sword would have been, you know, they're the ones that enforce the law. I mean, no, they're not the ones that enforce it. They're the ones that say it. They might construct it, they might uphold it, but the enforcers are the knights or the, you know, the wands, the fire. And yeah, I think they're going to enforce some shit out here. And a person might get caught up in their own shit and they trying to make something look like maybe something that it's not. We have the 4 of Swords. It's all...
Did I not say that? Something about the setup and trying to flip the script, the reversals. Yeah, we know.
Swords. 4. Hey, what's up, guys?
I hear that they're falling on their own swords, though. Something about a snake tongue.
Of Swords energy here. Somebody's putting to bed all these lies. Like there's no space for a look. They're not accepting it. They're not taking it. Download. It brings too much confusion to something.
No, Marie Laveau was a voodoo priestess. Yeah, but baby. She was also Catholic. That's Googleable information. Shows how much you know.
All these swords, y'all. What is this energy?
Bye!
I'm just saying. They're going to have to just stop some shit right there. They're going to close the case. Look, the 2 of Swords is still at the bottom. They're going to close the case. Let me get one.
I just heard Durga. Callie. Hi, baby. Mama Callie just popped in over my shoulder. I got you, girl. Thank you. Funny. I'm used to her coming through if she does when I'm on the yoga mat. I don't ever call. She comes. That's how Lakshmi came through the other day too. I love Callie. Callie comes through. I'm like, she does that a lot. Pets me on the head. Like I'm her pet cat. and I can see it's love and nurturing and very protective, very motherly affection for me, kind of the way that I give the cats that love. It's funny. I heard that earlier. I didn't say it, but the cat jumped up here, the black cat, and somebody said, you match the cat. I also heard my little dark-haired beauty. It's a divine masculine energy. I didn't say it out loud, but I did hear it. So it's not surprising. I mean, yes, but no. The energy matches. Love you. Thank you. Oh. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm listening if you have more. Thank you.
Here. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles. This is some type of profession this person was doing. They're about to close the whole fucking case on this person. The whole book on this person's head. Okay, look at the bottom of the deck. They really are. They're about to burn through somebody. What's this energy here?
She says the copycats are non-factors. This domestic abuse, though, it's being squashed under the divine thumb. It's all being addressed. They're all being addressed. But what she's saying is that bigger fish to fry. Not that they're all not that they're not all being thrown in the fry-later together, so to speak. But imagine you've got little guppies, and then you've got like a big mackerel or a salmon. Which one of those is going to fry up and cook faster? Guppies, non-factors. Easy.
The Lovers, Gemini energy. What is this energy here? The Seven of...
The big fish energy. I just got a vision of Jonah in the mouth of the whale, or what is that? Yeah. Big fish has been holding my girl hostage. And I'm about to make a fucking salmon fillet out of him.
Energy. So there's some type of partnerships or partnership they lying, okay? Or is there's a Gemini lying out here, okay? Or about some type of commitment.
Lying on a Gemini, you know what I just heard? Freaking chicken heads. Oh, that's funny. The vacuum, right? They want to try to suck us back in to their toxic web. Nope.
I seek you out, flay you alive. One more word and you won't survive. And I'm not scared of your stolen power. See right through you anyhow. I will soothe your pain. I won't ease your strain. You've been waiting in vain. I got nothing for you to gain. I'm taking it slow, feeding my flame, shuffling the cards of your game, and just in time, in the right place, suddenly I will play my ace. I will soothe your pain. I won't ease your strain. You'll be waiting in vain. I got nothing for you to gain. Eyes on fire, your spine is
or how somebody was in a partnership with somebody, they lying. They straight up lying. The Lovers and the Seven of Swords, they are lying, okay? Somebody was involved with another person. That is the Lovers card. And it's the Seven of Swords. So somebody trying to be slick out here. Not in the court of law. What's this energy here with this? Oh, Five of Pentacles. See, that's not going to work out in somebody's favor. Somebody going to be feeling that maybe in their pockets. Okay.
What did I say earlier? Channeled it. They tried to cause people money losses. That's where they're being hit. Or whatever area.
Something here that's just not going to look good for somebody lying. Once
they try to grift and take money from us, or steal content and sell content to make money, and then try to go get plastic surgery. Guess what? You get what you pay for. That's my blood on that money. It's dirty money. You get what you pay for. Botched. You called it energetically.
Or lying for somebody, that shit ain't gonna look good. It could be an earth sign or a Leo or something like that.
Somebody says, that's not how that works. That's not always how that plays out. But in this particular case, that is the download that I'm getting. Especially since this is a person going around and calling people fat, including when they're not. So like trying to cause eating disorders in other people that don't even have issues or whatever. And then crying and complaining while calling other people fat who aren't even fat. Crying about being fat yourself. And then also saying, well, I'm going to call you a big back, but I'm going to go get plastic surgery. More plastic surgery at that, because it's not even the first time. Saying that the meds left her manic, but she seems pretty leveled out and grounded now, she thinks. Well, I don't think so, ma'am. You thought that trying to steal and copy from me was a good idea, so I'd say you're still high. Not in a good way.
Energy here.
Certainly not elevated.
Oh my goodness. I keep dropping these cards. Okay. What is this energy here with this? The Strength card still came out.
I heard that. Was that crazy, Kate? No, that would be Rose of Venus. Ugh.
Somebody's trying to overcome this. Somebody is really going to lie. And then we got the pick.
Don't lie, I have the screenshots. Everything I just said, I have screenshots and receipts to back up. Don't lie. Don't lie. And if you try to erase or change shit around, guess what? I've documented that too, so there will be evidence of the adjustment. I saw that coming.
And try to be innocent or trying to act innocent.
Yeah,
it's like they have
so don't tamper with evidence. No, don't.
Evidence is what I'm saying. You're the world card. This whole shit is about to get closed down. Queen of Swords is here. You know the Queen of Swords ain't gonna play with you.
We have
The Queen of Swords isn't gonna play with you. No, the fuck I'm not. Gemini. I told you, I shoot straight from the hip. I got a song for you. I heard that. Why do you keep pausing? I'm just channeling. At this point, Chiron and I are just going back on the channel, back and forth on the frequency. But he and I picked up on the same radio station.
If I don't like where I'm at, I won't stick around. I don't settle for nothing. I'm always on the move. What you know about it? I always keep my hips in the groove. I do what I choose. To the top like Rocky. Motivated, I can't lose. Look at these views. Kicking back like Jackie. I ain't got nothing here to prove. Leaving them clues. You know where to find me. Better hurry, cause I'm always on the move. Think you had enough. They say the truth hurts. Suck it up. The other side of pain is glorious. And going through it is euphoria. I do it out of love.
Yeah, did you hear that? One, the live crashed. Why? Because this karmics energy was so shitty. I keep picking up. That crazy black copycat, first of all. Second of all, death to you for sending spell work at my cat. Because I picked that up. That's what you get. Stay away from me, you foul beast. And you leave my babies alone. Yeah, heard. So her energy was so shitty it crashed the live, and then the cat started, yeah, all at the same time. You heard it, right? Wow. Nasty.
Positive intention, now I feel alive. If I don't like the place I'm at, then I'm out. Cause I'm always on the move. What you know about it? I always keep my hips in the groove. I do what I choose. To the top like Rocky. Motivated, I can't lose. Look at these views. Kicking back like Jackie. I ain't got nothing here to prove. Leaving them clues. You know where to find me, better hurry. Cause I'm always on the move. Had to make it, have to get it while I got it. There ain't no debating, non-negotiable. My habits, I don't complaining. I create a routine and fully sustain it. Got me hella patient. I don't follow anyone that's trying to waste time.
Copycats. I don't follow.
All the pain is meant to build pride, no sorrow. I don't let the negative inside. If I don't like the place I'm at, then I'm out. Cause I'm always on the move. What you know about it? I always keep my hips in the groove. I do what I choose. To the top like Rocky. Motivated, I can't lose. Look at these views. Kicking back like Jackie. I ain't got nothing here to prove. Leaving them clues. You know where to find me, better hurry. Cause I'm always on the move.
I know you lying.
Oh, I know
Okay.
you lying.
What is this energy right here? Yeah, the Ace of Wands energy. Everybody, man, this is the beginning right here of the slicing and dicing. Because everybody.
Okay, baby.
Okay, let me get something here with this. We have the Two of Cups energy. Okay, what about this Two of Cups? It keeps coming out like partnerships, like connections between somebody. Knight of Wands. It's like they're coming for the connection. It's something here that connects a person. And it's like, nah, this is all the evidence we need right here. This is every fucking thing. These two are connected, or this person is connected to this thing right here. I'm telling you.
Well,
That's
here's
how
another one
that's
for you. The mail fraud and things like that. I made it very, very loud and clear. And I've also been picking up it did finally, because I've been telling the authorities this information for a while, but it kept getting passed to dirty cops who didn't want to do their jobs. Except for finally it ended up in the hands and the lap of somebody who, well, wasn't thrilled to see the connections I was making, because what I outlined was what a detective would find. Like, hey, this person's being targeted, and this person and her child is being targeted by a psycho crazy ex, and his jealous ex-wife, and the jealous ex-wife is cousins with a dude who used to like and date the divine feminine, but then she got away from all of those people, and the dude who likes divine feminine dated a different person, a few of them in fact, and they're mad at divine feminine too and stalking her because they're mad that he's still obsessed with her instead of focused on them while they're fixated on him and her. So basically, the detective, let me break this down for you. Or the authority figure, or the whoever it was. Let's go through this, shall we? Is realizing, okay, that the divine feminine my marker's not wanting to write. Okay. Divine feminine plus her child, okay, are being targeted by Divine Feminine's crazy ex. Not that she claims that, but anyway, that's what it's doing. Hi, I'm back. Okay, and so the crazy ex got with a crazy karmic female. Now, let's be real, he's a karmic male. Okay, so Divine Feminine and Child being targeted by crazy ex. Crazy ex went and dated a crazy karmic female. Crazy karmic female is angry at Divine Feminine, jealous of Divine Feminine, so targeted her and her children. Then the crazy karmic female, she's got a cousin. Who's now a karmic male also. Okay, so Divine Feminine and her child being targeted by crazy ex that's targeting Divine Feminine and her child got together with a crazy karmic female, and they both, as a karmic couple, have been targeting the Divine Feminine. They both, as a crazy couple, have been targeting the Divine Feminine. They both, as a crazy karmic couple, have been targeting Divine Feminine. So then you've got the crazy karmic female's crazy karmic male cousin, and he dated some people down here, at least one. Let's just start with one. And we'll label her crazy karmic female 2. Okay. And so they're connected because they've been dating. So you've got Divine Feminine and her child. Crazy karmic ex that's targeting Divine Feminine and her child. He dated a crazy karmic, and they ganged up on Divine Feminine together. And then this crazy karmic female that this crazy ex chose to gang up on Divine Feminine with, she's got a cousin. And then way back before any of these two people were involved, this guy had a thing for Divine Feminine. And now that he dated somebody else, right? He's obsessed with Divine Feminine still because he couldn't replace her. This was not a replacement. It was like a holding spot or poor choice, whatever. And so they're connected. And they're connected. But also, see, this karmic female is connected with her crazy cousin. So the karmic male and the karmic female couple are together. The karmic female had a male cousin, and he still has a thing for Divine Feminine. And his crazy ex, or whatever that is, she's also attacking Divine Feminine. And so it looks, if you didn't know about these connections, it would look like they're not all connected, right? But when you know that this person down at the bottom has only been targeting Divine Feminine and her child because she's connected to this dude, and he's only involved because that's his cousin, and she's only involved because that's the ex that Divine Feminine left. I mean, like, they're all doing it together. So 2 karmic couples who ganged up on each other, 2 of them are cousins. 2 exes of Divine Feminines. And then a cousin of one of the karmics. And then some random that doesn't know her, but this just like put herself in weird secret competition and inserted herself out of jealousy. Okay. So all of a sudden, now the detective, the cops know that this one, yeah, isn't just randomly targeting. It's not random at all. They're all fucking connected. It's criminal conspiracy. In other words, the FBI would call it a violation of United States Penal Code, section title 18-240-1. Next.
Okay. What is this energy here? So this is some serious shit. Like, I mean, the first card out here was justice. That's court.
240-1. I would say that's some serious shit. You get federal prison time for that, biatch.
Only sign in the Libra that's not like an animal or some shit.
Oh.
Or a human.
Oh, and the cousin, right? The male cousin obsessed with Divine Feminine. Ex-military. So Divine Feminine has had a militarily trained killer who got out of the military to be a bounty hunter, which is effectively professional stalking. She's had a professional stalking assassin after her. She would be me. Next.
That shit is an object. It's a scale. It's serious. What's this energy here with this?
It is serious. Guess what else is? Illegal hacking of devices that even the data companies are noticing, from the cell phone companies, the computer companies, and the Wi-Fi companies, all separately, individually, each. And something that the Raleigh police from North Carolina called a denial of service, which means tampering with people's devices or doing a SIM swap. So they're getting messages that are supposed to be going towards whoever the victim is, and the victim doesn't receive messages or context that's supposed to be going towards them, which is a federal crime. Somebody says denial of service, meaning they're not getting their cell phone service or messages or calls. Yeah, because it's being swapped to some burner phone. Or it was. I went to try to make a 5-minute call down the road to my mother last year, and it thought I was in Raleigh, North Carolina. So it wouldn't let me call a local number because it said I was out of state, because when they did the SIM swap, it fucked something up and they put my main location number down there, and I somehow got an out of state number for a minute. Heard that's not normal. That's definitely a SIM swap. I know.
What is this? We have
and
the
now
Ace
so do
of
they.
Pentacles energy here. It's this pentacle. It's something that connects these two. It's like money.
I heard that's 3 different cases. Yeah, I've been dealing with a lot. This elder advocacy stuff was outside of a separate child abuse case, and then outside of the trademark and copyright things. I've been juggling, babe. My baby.
It's an
I'm
item.
quite good at it.
A product. They're in court. So the dots in connecting in
product, item, a product in court, right? Trademark, federal, hello. Bye. Copyright theft, intellectual property theft.
means that somebody's gonna get fucked up. Okay?
Attitude like
if
fuck
it's
you,
connecting
pay
in
me.
a bad way, and this shit don't look good here with somebody lying, the 7 of swords.
You're gonna see me in a red Mercedes.
Not be out here twice. Okay? I didn't even use that many cards in the other deck. The 7 of swords should not be out here twice. People is lying out here. And they already know these people is lying. They already...
Divine Masculine is saying, these people trying to compare themselves to you is like a Prius trying to compare themselves to a Hummer. They just can't. You look stupid and silly and very small fry in comparison. Yeah, I agree.
Found all the evidence. They found all the connections. They found everything. They just setting the shit up.
Like, just because they're both kind of boxy doesn't make them the same card.
And to show just how bad they are fucking lying. Yeah, the fool. The fool just came out, y'all. I'm not even gonna say nothing. We have Aquarius energy and Capricorn. What's this energy here with this? And the 5 of Wands energy here. This is just not good. What is this energy here? It definitely looks like a battle. Yeah, King of Wands could be a fire sign here. Somebody's trying to fight some type of battle.
This is... Wow.
This battle right here.
This karmic female just said, I hope you drop that and you lose all your weed. Well, I hope you drop to the floor and fuck up your face with the rest of your life. Toodles.
What is this energy here?
God says, don't worry about it. I've got it. Yeah. When all of a sudden your knees start to buckle out from under you, remember that. Remember that. Because this is that Uno reverse right there.
Okay, 6 of Cups. Tell me about this 6 of Cups. What is this 6 of Cups? And it's the 8 of...
Don't you dare come up into my spot and try to be a bitch. I will bully a bully right back. Toodles. Hey, Oka.
And the last time the 8 of Pentacles came out...
Bitch, you're in my kitchen now. Stay out. You can't handle
this. And I said, this is their profession right here. Some type of illegal shit going on. And now the 8 of Pentacles is here with the 6 of Cups. And sometimes the 6 of Cups is about the past. It could also be connecting the dots, because, sometimes we have memories so that we can understand certain things. We can look back on certain things. Okay?
Nope.
It's something here that's connecting. Once again, it's something here that's connecting with that. What is this energy here with this? And then we got the 10 of Pentacles. So, it feels like everything is matching up. These dots are connecting too well. Everything is matching up in this courtroom right here. Okay? Whatever the justice is.
I told you I have enough to fillet them far beyond the shadow of a reasonable doubt.
Because they got every piece of evidence that they need. They see everything.
Yeah.
Man, all of this shit is connecting. The King of Pentacles, whoever it is, the King and the Queen. Look, the King, the Queen, and we got the Magician right here. So the people that was involved in this, whoever it was, I'm telling you, they're going down in this courtroom.
Yes, they are.
They're going down in this courtroom because I'm telling you, these people are burning. Whatever this court system is, they burning through people like fucking, man, fire. I mean, that's the only thing that burns through shit, right? They're burning through. Mm-hmm. They are. And they're getting couples.
What did I say? I broke down the different karmic couples. I'm psychic. That just wasn't very smart of them.
Unions, partnerships, whatever the hell you want to call them. Whoever is involved in this shit right here. Because this shit is professional. I'm telling you. These people done got good at this shit right here.
No, they
whatever
don't.
This is. And you see these people is chained up and all types of shit. Okay? This devil got people doing they fucking...
They got away with it for a while, so they thought that they always would. They just kept going with it or kept upping the ante, thinking that nobody would ever check the paper trail or that they would never get caught because they hadn't so far. That is a very dangerous and destructively unintelligent way of thinking. Haven't got caught yet, and I'm invincible. I'm like, yeah, okay. That's what they all think till they end up in prison.
This is some type of situation, maybe a corporation or some shit, I don't know, but that's what the fuck they do. What is this energy here? I need to get another deck. I'm just going to get one more of these. Let me get one more. And then we got the Hermit here, Virgo energy, and that's the detective. That's what I said when the Hermit came out the first time. They're going to see all of that. They seen everything. They see everything. Look, Page of Swords is...
You know, I'm also a Virgo, right? Why I live in black a lot of the time also.
Dude, they see everything. Page of Swords is here. Knight
I thought you were a Gemini. I am. I have a very expansive natal chart. In fact, I've got a very balanced natal chart. I'm in touch with all of the elements, including spirit. Hello.
Right under that, they see the Three of Cups. They see everybody. See, I thought that Three of Cups that came out first, I thought this was a different person. I thought that this Emperor was a different person that gets to move forward with something because a person is getting locked up or whatever the case. That's what I thought, right? But no, after this
also, yeah,
Page of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords came out. And that's when I knew, like, whatever they tried to do, whatever seed they tried to plant, that shit's not happening.
Backfired.
I don't give a fuck what side it's on. It's not happening. It's not happening because that 10, it's that 10 of Swords right there. It's not happening. They're going to see everything. Whoever this Hermit is, the detectives, they're going to see everything. Okay? They're going to find anything that's hidden, anything that's not in the light. They're going to find that
also,
shit.
Did you know my Nana Rose? Was also a Virgo. Fuck your feelings.
Man, like hound dogs, they're going to see this shit. And people are going to jail for lying. People are going to jail for lying. Oh, baby,
perjury is a felony. Defamation is also a crime.
They are. They are. What is this energy? Yeah, what was it? It was the Page of Swords.
Oh, and you've got every court transcript from the last 10 years. Yeah, so I'm ready to pin them up against the wall and start playing darts. You know, I'm very good at that, too. Also, interestingly enough, I'm being called to be quiet. Okay.
Sword there. The Three of Cups was underneath that. So that's them seeing all of these people involved in it. And then you have the Two of Swords here. Lord, I guess they're going to have to keep looking, keep searching, because it's a lot deeper than what something looks to be. Okay, let me get something from the ancestors out here. What the ancestors got to say about this?
Nana Rose, fuck your feelings.
look like it's going down in the justice system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have the Hierophant energy here. Okay, what about this Hierophant energy? Wait, what was that? And then we got the Eight of Cups. So it's people walking away from whoever these people are, or whoever this person is, or this couple, or this duo. Like there are official people walking away from them. It says the Hierophant and the Eight of Cups. There are people walking away from them, abandoning them, not fucking with them no more, not feeling it no more, trying to go higher, trying to get some better connections and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm seeing. The ancestors is like, nah, people is walking away from them. They going towards way better energy here. What is this energy? The people that wasn't involved. Shit. What's this energy here? And then we have the Ten of Pentacles again. How many times are we going to see this Ten of Pentacles in the reading? My nose is itching too. How many times are we going to see this Ten of Pentacles in the reading? So they're walking away from everything. It could be family. It could be a whole business. What is this energy here? The people that were in the business maybe walking away. The official people.
The youngest victim that I've seen is...
Good grief. Days old. That's fucked up.
CSAM, or child sexual abuse material, is one of the things that...
Did you hear her? The youngest victim I've ever seen has been days old, meaning you've got people going around sexually assaulting brand spanking new, less than 1 week old infants. It's time to rid the earth of the scourge.
People, they could have had big titles in some type of organization here.
Down with the demons.
And now we have the King of Cups energy, a water sign here. Okay, what about this water sign? Tell me about this water sign. A water sign masculine at that.
Wood chipper
And
feet
then we
first,
have
right.
the Knight of Cups, which here is the daughter.
The
It's the daughter of baskets here. Those are cups. So it could be a father, a daughter here. What's this energy here?
What did I say? Didn't I tell you not to go out? Didn't I? You did, you did. Didn't I say the world was cruel? Didn't I? You did, you did. Oh, baby. I told you.
Didn't I tell you not to go out? Didn't I?
You did, you did.
Didn't I say the world was cruel? Didn't I?
You did, you did.
Tell me how this happened, what I did wrong. Tell me why. Can we just go home shy and forget this dreadful night?
Her name is Shiloh. My name is Shiloh Horizon, my dance name. I was never planning for people to know who I was or my actual name. I was very comfortable behind the scenes. The reason I used Shiloh for myself, it is a Native American name, is because I had intended to name my daughter that, but there was somebody very abusive and controlling, and he did not like that name. And so I let it be, but I took it for myself. Her name is Shiloh, the character in this. Actually, the singer's name is Alexa Vega. She was the girl in the Spy Kids movie, the sister. But her character's name is Shiloh.
Didn't you say that you were different, didn't you?
I am.
Say you aren't that person, say it. I am. Then tell me how to act, Dad, what to say, Dad, tell me why. All you ever told me, every word is a lie. to protect me, did you?
I tried.
Is that how you'd help me? Is it?
I tried.
He lied.
Help me anymore, Dad. You are dead, Dad.
In my eyes.
Someone has replaced you, Dad. I hate you.
Go and die.
Didn't I build a house, a home?
Didn't I? Didn't I raise her all alone? Didn't I? Then Van Horn took her from me, kidnapped Aspen, he's to blame. To prison for captive situations end.
Let the monster run.
And people walking away from them. Yeah, and it's something that's coming to pass here.
I
Look
will
at this.
own
Look
you.
at her face. Something is coming to pass. Somebody's shocked. Or somebody's shocked between something with a father and a daughter, and the mother too. Well, this is the mother of Pentacles, so that could be a different person. The mother of Pentacles, the
Taking
daughter
care
of
of
Pentacles.
business.
I don't know. Maybe there's families involved in this shit. Like maybe it's weird how things connect in some type of organization,
Like
or the people that's
inappropriately.
involved in it, or how things are going to come to light. Because when I tell you, somebody gonna be shocked as hell.
I'm not.
Somebody gonna be shocked as hell the things that get uncovered.
I've been
that
preaching
they
to the
didn't
choir
know.
for
They had no
years.
idea. Let me get an angel message here.
Somebody says, I don't blame her for being sick of their shit. Well, I would blame you if you did. I'd look at you funny.
We have healing energy here. Okay, healing energy. Chiron Intuition.
Yeah.
Intuition and downloads. So whatever this, I feel like it's something here that's going to come to light with this intuition and downloads. I feel like something going to come to light and it's going to heal this situation, because maybe there was some people that didn't know what the fuck was going on, or they didn't know how something connected. Because I'm telling you, it's some type of profession, and usually it's a profession, and they hide that shit behind the profession and some shit like that. Yeah, I don't think that's going to fly here. I think the ones that were involved are going to be weeded out. But I'm going to leave this one right here.
Oh, the ones that are gonna look at the troll. They tried to comment and then gave up. I guarantee you, the account that says criminals brew. It's supposed to say criminals bro. I think. Are you gypsy? The only person who's ever said that to me and spoken like that is Sourdough Belly, or that little group. And so to me, what it looks like is they came to try to I'm looking at your comments. They came to try to troll and we just continued to ignore them. I didn't even notice. Just continued our happy little chats, and they were so bothered by it they gave up and stopped after one comment. That is so funny. Green. I'm gonna sprinkle a little fairy dust over here. Anybody want some Reiki? I do. Let's boost the mood a bit. Yeah, the elder abuse needs to stop for sure. Why? Why did we do that? Good question. Karmic says, I'm gonna get her for that. There's somebody I just heard Divine Masculine say, over in my dead body, and I'm not going anywhere. Also, there was like an investigator who was saying something like, not before they apprehend the criminals. I hear, what is that? It's like a cop or a detective say, do you not think that we know what you're doing? Do you think that we're stupid? Do you think we don't have eyes on you? From all angles, I'm picking up that the same people who were trying like the hacking and stalking and tapping, the wiretapping and stuff like that, they're While they were trying to stalk us, the feds were clocking them. Have been. Or some kind of higher authority system. I warned you about that a while ago. You should have listened. Now it's happening. Look, Rosa Venus just put out another reading. He thought you were an easy kill. And have I not been speaking about that? You thought I was an easy target, right? Single, widowed mother. Mm-hmm. Enough, girl. How embarrassing for you. Let's see, shall we? I heard that. It's just like constant. I'm telling you. It's been like daily for months. I haven't spoken on it. I've been ignoring it. Till the other day. I did make a post about it, but I was hoping she'd just cut the shit and I wouldn't have to actually call her out by name. Nope. Ooh, Maine Legends. Let's watch that. So funny. Sandwiched between her video is Return Evil to Enemies, a binaural healing frequency. I'll link that in the description too. It's got a Sword of Truth and a Victory wreath on it too, and it's cycling the zodiacs, it looks like. And then on the other side of it is Maine Legends. Above that is a Papa John pizza commercial. Go work out and leave me alone, girl. Beneath that says get your popcorn. And then Aphrodite's Dream. Oh, and then an Elon Musk advertisement. I can't even make this shit up, dude. Holy crap. This is garbage. Get your popcorn. Elon Musk. Aphrodite. That was me. That's me. What is that? That looks like somebody struggling with weight gain or something. Yep. Eating. What is that? In the kitchen, eating. Maine Legends. Copycat. Thought you were an easy kill. And then Return Evil to Enemies. Can't even make it up. Gotta be kidding me. But I don't care about her. Didn't I say earlier? Falling right on their own swords. Told you. Open that. But I really would like to hear this Maine Legends one. That's what I want. Spooky bitch! Oh, babies. You need a huggy. It's a little warm. Why don't I open a couple of other windows?
Shores and shadowy forests, old stories refuse to die. Today, we're bringing 12 mysterious legends back.
You gotta know when to hold them, and know when to fold them, know when to walk away. You better never count your money while you're sitting at the table, especially when it's mine. I'll flip it. And so you better know when to hold them, know when to fold them. These people misjudged me. Oh, she doesn't notice what I'm doing because she's been over there. No, I have. I've just been handling other things first. You misjudged the target. You were over there playing checkers, bitch. Checkmate. So there's that.
To life. Number 1, the agropelter. Deep in the shadowy woods of Maine, loggers once swapped stories about the agropelter, a mischievous forest sprite that delighted in tricking anyone who entered its domain. Said to be as quick as a squirrel but far more cunning, this creature would hurl branches and twigs at passing lumberjacks, causing chaos without ever showing itself. Those who heard the sudden crack of a branch or the sting of a falling stick were sure the agripelter was nearby, watching from the shadows with a sly grin. The legend likely took shape during the 1800s, when Maine's dense forests buzzed with the sounds of axes and saws. Timber workers, often alone for weeks at a time, invented stories to explain strange noises and mishaps that made the workday feel eerie.
It's okay, I got you.
The agropelter became a convenient and entertaining scapegoat for broken equipment and minor accidents. What made the agropelter especially chilling was its uncanny ability to blend into the trees. Some men claimed it could stretch its spindly arms around trunks, peering down at them like a living shadow. If you glanced too quickly, it might vanish before your eyes, leaving you to wonder if you'd imagined it, or if the forest itself was alive with mischief. Even now, in Maine's deepest woods, old-timers share a knowing smile when the branches creak overhead. Maybe it's just the wind, or maybe it's the agropelter keeping the spirit of the woods alive in a way no man-made legend ever could. Number 2, Seguin Island Lighthouse Ghost. Off the rugged coast of Maine stands the Seguin Island Lighthouse, a beacon of safety that has guided countless mariners through fog and storm. But behind its weathered walls lies a tale that has haunted the island for generations, a story of loneliness, loss, and a ghostly piano tune that never seems to fade. Built in the 1850s, the lighthouse became home to a keeper and his young wife, both isolated on the rocky outcrop with only the wind and sea for company. Legend says the keeper gifted his wife a piano to ease her loneliness. Day after day, she played the same haunting tune, the notes echoing across the empty island. Over time, the endless repetition wore on the keeper's nerves, each note a reminder of their isolation. One stormy night, driven mad by the music, he destroyed the piano and his wife before taking his own life. Ever since, mariners and lighthouse keepers have reported hearing that same eerie tune.
I mentioned that this morning. Something about Taco Bell. Taco Bell was online saying that she wanted to, herself, pretty much, I guess, harassing me for months at a time, hoping I would just die and go away. It didn't work out as planned.
Drifting across the waves,
Petulant child.
even though the piano is long gone. Some say the spirit of the lighthouse keeper's wife still lingers, bound to the place she once called home. Her song, they believe, is a reminder of the loneliness that once filled Seguin Island's halls.
I bet.
Today, the lighthouse stands as a testament to Maine's maritime past and the sacrifices made by those who kept the lights burning. But as the wind howls and the fog rolls in, it's not just the living who keep watch over Seguin Island. The ghostly melody continues, a reminder that some stories, like the sea itself, never truly fade away.
Here's the brain science behind.
In the quiet town of Turner, Maine, a chilling tale has echoed through the woods for more than a century. Locals call it the Turner Beast, a mysterious creature blamed for the deaths of countless farm animals since the late 1800s. Farmers would wake up to find their sheep and cattle torn apart, with no sign of what had caused such destruction. Whispers of a terrifying predator spread fast, with stories describing a huge wolf-like beast with glowing eyes and a sinister snarl. Some said it was part dog, part demon, something too strange to belong to the world of normal animals. Newspapers picked up the story, and soon everyone in Maine was talking about the monster in Turner. In 2006, the legend roared back to life when a strange creature was hit by a car near the town. It had patchy dark fur, unusual teeth, and icy blue eyes that didn't match any known species. Scientists suggested it might have been a coyote suffering from a severe skin disease, but many locals refused to believe it. For them, the Turner beast had finally revealed itself. Today, the woods of Turner still carry the legend of that eerie predator. Whether it's just a wild animal or something far more mysterious, the story of the Turner beast reminds people that the Maine wilderness still hides secrets, some that may never be explained. Number 4, Casco Bay Merman. Off the rocky coast of Casco Bay, fishermen have long shared tales of a strange and wondrous creature that rises from the deep, a merman with the body of a man and the tail of a fish. Some say he's as tall as a human, with seaweed-like hair and skin that glistens like wet sand under the sun. His presence has both frightened and amazed sailors for centuries. The first sightings date back to the 1700s, when fishermen reported seeing a figure bobbing in the waves, waving its arms as if trying to speak. Sailors would stare in disbelief as the creature's human-like face appeared, only to vanish beneath the foam with a powerful flick of its tail.
Too hot.
Some believed he was a warning of coming storms, while others thought he was a guardian of the sea.
You know.
Over the years, the Casco Bay Merman became a legend that grew with every telling. Stories spread of his singing voice, said to be so beautiful that it could lure ships off course or calm rough seas. Brave sailors who tried to catch him found nothing but empty nets and broken lines, as if the merman was always one step ahead. Even today, some lobstermen swear they've seen a flash of scales or heard an unearthly song drifting over the waves. Whether he's real or just a tale told on long, dark nights, the Casco Bay Merman keeps Maine's rugged coastline filled with wonder and mystery. Number 5, Cassie.
Cassie? I've heard of this one. It's like a Loch Ness
In the
monster.
cold gray waters of Casco Bay, Maine, there's a legend that has intrigued fishermen and sailors for centuries. Locals call it Cassie, the sea serpent said to haunt these waters since the 1700s. Descriptions vary, but most claim Cassie is a long, dark creature with humps that break the surface like a row of drifting logs, only to slip back into the depths as quickly as it appeared. Stories of Cassie grew stronger in the 1800s, when multiple witnesses, including respected ship captains,
Oh, sugar. I can fix it.
claim Cassie is a long, dark creature with humps that break the surface like a row of drifting logs, only to slip back into the depths as quickly as it appeared. Stories of Cassie grew stronger in the 1800s, when multiple witnesses, including respected ship captains, reported seeing a strange, undulating shape gliding alongside their vessels. Some accounts described it as being over 100 feet long, with a horse-like head that rose above the waves to survey the passing boats. Though no one ever managed to catch the beast, its presence was enough to keep watchful eyes on the horizon. Fishermen often shared tales of near misses, with Cassie weaving through the lobster traps or following their boats at a distance. Some saw it as a bad omen, while others claimed the sea serpent was just another mystery of the deep. Whether friend or foe, Cassie left an impression that refused to fade from Maine's salty air. Today, Cassie's legend still drifts across the waters of Casco Bay. Locals and tourists alike scan the waves for a glimpse of that long, shadowy form, proof that the ocean keeps its secrets well. Some believe that if you're lucky, or perhaps unlucky enough, you might just spot Cassie's humps sliding beneath the waves, a reminder that legends live on wherever the sea meets the shore. Number 6, Devil's Footprint.
Hi, baby.
In the quiet town of Manchester, Maine, lies a single mark in the stone, a strange, deep footprint that's said to belong to the devil himself. Known as the Devil's Footprint.
You know what? There's something kind of like that in Bucksport. It's called the Witches. Hold on. There's a story about it. The Mystery of the Jonathan Buck Monument. Okay, so it's a witch's foot. It looks like a foot or a boot. And so there's a small cemetery in Bucksport, Maine. I've been there a couple of times, actually. Weird. I don't know why. I don't remember who, with, or why, but I have been. There's a monument honoring the town's founder, and it's on the side of the road. And it's said to be cursed. I'll show you a picture in a minute. So this was a colonel. Colonel Jonathan Buck was born in Woburn, Massachusetts on February 20th in 1719. And he grew up in a nearby Haverhill. He gave, what was it? Oh, he gave up on Haverhill and sailed up the Penobscot River. So he gave up on wherever he was. Yes, there it is. Grew up nearby Haverhill. Eventually, he married a local woman. Together, the couple had 9 children, 6 of whom survived. But by 17, meaning 3 of them died, it says. But by 1759, he had become frustrated with the local politics in Haverhill. He yearned to set up a mill and a shipyard operation. And so he tried to do so, but the Haverhill proprietors denied his requests. So in 1762, he gave up on trying to build in this town, and he sailed up the Penobscot River, which is Bangor area. This is in Maine, with a team to survey 6 new plantations. The following year, he settled in what was designated Plantation Number 1, which was just south of modern-day Bangor. It didn't take him long to establish himself in the colony, building a store and sawmill. I heard that. I thought it was Bangor. I know a lot of people mispronounce it, or there's another way that they say it, Bangor. He built a store and a sawmill. Okay. Things took, relax. Somebody's bored with the history because they jump to that. No, you need to wait and listen. There's a reason this backstory's here. Things took a turn during the Revolutionary War. At the time, Maine was not a state yet, but it was still part of Massachusetts. Inhabitants received little support from the military, leaving the coast vulnerable to the Royal Navy. The British had built Fort George in modern-day Castine, resulting in the control of Penobscot Bay and cutting off trade along the river. So that made sales difficult. In July of 1779, when Buck was 60, he joined the calamitous expedition to lay siege on Fort George. This left Plantation Number 1 deserted, and the next day the British took advantage of this opportunity to retaliate, sending the 16-gun Royal Navy sloop HMS Nautilus to burn the plantation. So with his village reduced to a pile of ashes, Buck, who was suffering from gout, walked 200 miles, oh God, to Haverhill to stay with his son. So he had a painful foot condition. It was swelling of the feet, and I think, what is it? Extra, what is it? Is it lactic acid or something? Something. But I heard it's painful. And then he had to walk 200 miles. Plantation number 1 was eventually resettled and named Buckstown Plantation in 1783 after the war had ended. But as Buck's health failed, Buckstown Plantation was once again renamed simply to Buckstown to honor the town's founder. Jonathan Buck died, an esteemed war hero, businessman, and town founder. On March 18th, 1795, he was laid to rest in the Buck family cemetery with a simple headstone marking his grave. Okay, so pause. Now you know who he was. Never heard that. Oh, actually was kind of pretty interesting. I know. The second I hit the something about military or war piqued somebody's interest back up. I've heard it. I quietly just... You might have noticed the upturned look on my face. That's why. Pick that up. But, yeah, for as much as I say there's more that I don't always, but stop presuming. Okay, so he was laid to rest in the Buck family cemetery with a simple headstone. Marking his grave. In 1817, Buckstown was renamed one final time to Bucksport to pay homage to both the founder and growing interest in the shipping town. Ironic, since that was why Buck left Haverhill in the first place. Isn't that funny? In August 1852, Buck's great-grandchildren decided more was needed to recognize their great-grandfather and town founder, so they erected a large memorial to honor his legacy. The sizable obelisk sits 15 feet from Buck's grave in the corner of the cemetery, visible to passersby. It's very tall. In any other case, that would be the end of the story, but this time it's the beginning. Okay, so let me show you. This is the monument. Okay, you see the foot? It looks like a boot or a witch's foot, right? Okay, we'll get into that in a minute. I keep hearing body language. It's a little loud in my ears. I've been hearing it on a loop on and off for the last 20 minutes. I just been quiet about it. Keeps coming up. I'm not mad. It's a good song. Just noting. Okay. So, as Buck's memorial began to weather, a stain emerged on the granite, resembling the lower half of a leg and foot. Over the years, several attempts to remove the stain have been made, but inexplicably, it always returned. While it is thought that rumors about the mark began to swirl as soon as people noticed it, the earliest known record of the story appears in the Philadelphia Inquirer, Sunday, July 17th, in 1898. From there, various news outlets picked up the story, including the Haverhill Gazette 8 months later, which became the standard version of the story, likely because it involved a man from Haverhill. This coverage in the press lent credence to the tale, firmly cementing it as a legend locally and beyond. There are numerous versions of the tale attempting to explain the stain on Buck's memorial, and while they all claim that Jonathan Buck sentenced a woman accused of witchcraft to death, like that was the main consensus of the story, he as the town's founder, decided that a woman was a witch, and so he had her ordered to be executed. And after that, her The impression of her boot kept showing up on his gravestone. One version claims right before the woman was hanged, and so this is, some of the details vary, they're saying, but in every story, the one main consensus is that he had a woman murdered. One version claims that right before a woman was hanged, she turned to Colonel Buck, raised one hand to heaven, and proclaimed, "Jonathan Buck, listen to these words. The last my tongue will utter. It is the spirit of the only true and living God which bids me speak them to you." So reminding me of Joan of Arc. I do not know that you are my judge. You say that you are my judge. Rather, I do not know that that is so. But I tell you that you must take great care not to judge me wrongly, or God will punish you severely for it. And I will have done my duty of warning you so. Queen. She said, "You will soon die. Over your grave they will erect a stone that all may know where your bones are crumbling into dust. But listen, upon that stone the imprint of my feet will appear, and for all time, long after you and your accursed race have perished from this earth, will the people from far and wide know that you murdered a woman. Remember well, Jonathan Buck, remember well." Another variation of this story says that the accused witch was burned instead of hung, and at one point her leg rolled out of the fire and landed at Buck's feet. Some renditions have the woman declaring she would dance upon his grave. There's even a variation where the woman has a secret illegitimate child with Buck, meaning he was a philanderer apparently. But there was reference of them. They kept trying to scrub the stain off, and it kept coming back. And part of the reference is, well, maybe there's like a vein of iron in that particular spot in the stone that keeps like rusting over time, right? Sweet dreams. Which would make sense, right? Theoretically speaking. Even if you scrub the top layer off as it oxidizes again, then it's going to show back up. But they replaced the whole stone. They replaced the headstone and put a brand new, different piece of stone in its place. A whole new headstone. They got rid of the other one. They replaced it, and it showed up again. That's not, there's no way for two separate headstones to have the exact identical oxidization in the exact same shape, in the exact same place, on the exact same, no, something's weird about that. Something's weird about that. So even the truth behind the legend, there is no historical evidence to support any of these claims. The infamous witch trials in Massachusetts and the earlier trials in Connecticut happened many years before Buck was even born, and there's no record of anyone being executed for witchcraft in Maine. That doesn't mean that it didn't happen. You know, In addition, just as a justice of the peace, right? Heard that. I heard that. That's ignorant. Just because you didn't see it doesn't means it didn't happen. Well, heard, right? That's like telling a rape victim that they weren't raped just because there weren't a bunch of witnesses. Like usually there aren't in those cases. And perpetrators make a point to make sure there are no witnesses. Usually. In fact, some criminals stop committing crimes until they can find a time and a place to do so. Jeffrey Dahmer stopped killing for about 10 years, not because he wanted to, because his parents were living in the house with him. He didn't have a private place to do what he wanted to do without getting caught, so he had the self-control to stop till he had the opportunity, and that opportunity didn't come up until almost 10 years later. So... Also, just because the witch trials ended years before officially means nothing. We've seen the way that people are still handling business, treating people, actually playing with witchcraft or trying to persecute people illegally, trying to corrupt the court system, to like witch hunt people. Currently. That means nothing. Racism was abolished years ago too. Guess what? There are still racists today. That means nothing. Women are supposed to have equal rights. There are still misogynists presently. That means nothing. Shall I continue? I have got a few more examples I could probably pull out. In fact, I know I could. Let's not. All right. Just a disclaimer on the side, but also a disclaimer that says there is no historical evidence to support these claims, just saying, on both accords. In addition, as a justice of the peace, Buck had no right to sentence anyone to death. Doesn't mean he didn't. Over the years, especially if there was an angry mob, especially a group of Bible thumpers or something, over the years, experts have explained that the appearance of the leg is due to a natural flaw in the stone, possibly a vein of iron that darkens when it comes into contact with oxygen, in other words, oxidization. But still, the legend persists, and I don't believe that this story, they see this, whoever wrote this blog didn't know. They didn't know the piece. I know the other piece of it. I don't know when it was replaced, but they did replace the stone at one point, and it came back. John Buck. I heard that. I'm not getting a whole lot of information, but that piece is in the Wikipedia reference too, so I know I heard it. Replaced. The mark has reappeared. Okay, so the stain is the leg and the foot of the witch, and the mark has reappeared whenever the tombstone has been replaced. I know it was replaced at least once, if not more, and it kept coming back. It no, that's just not plausible, rational, mathematical, statistic geology. That's just not how that works. Stones are very much like snowflakes on levels. You see. Wild. Let's do this one. I heard this. Karmics are wishing they had left light workers alone sooner. Yeah, us too, trust. Dinosaurs on the screen.
I'll be a great one. I wanna 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 make $1 million, making all my days count, counting with my day ones. Before I hit the grave, son, Louis V don't chase no. I wanna make $1 billion, bring it to my pops, say, Daddy, what you prayed for? What is life? What is love? What are lies? What is trust? What is everything? Everything is nothing without you. What is life? What is love? What are lies? What is trust? What is everything? Everything is nothing without you. Saved up. And when my day is done, I hope I die faded. When they take me way up, I hope I die faded. What is life? What is love? What is time? What is trust? What is everything? Everything is nothing without you. What is life? What is love? I hope I am enough. What is everything? Everything is nothing without you. Nothing without you. Nothing without you. Nothing without you.
Also heard this one. Push-ups, strength training. I'm going to go outside and do some yoga in a bit. It's like military something. Commercial.
I think about dying every day. I've been told that that's a little strange, yeah. But I guess I've always been a little strange. Another reason why I work like a motherfucker. I talk to God every single day. Devils need Jesus more than someone with a halo. I walk around with war paint on my face. Another reason why I work like a motherfucker. If tomorrow doesn't come, I got my guns loaded.
Oh, military. There were guns on the screen too.
For the fight, I'll take it high, I'll take it high. If my days are almost done, then I'm the one going. I'll be alright, but nobody's gonna say I didn't give it all. Tiptoeing on the cliffs, I think it's worth the fall. If I get there and my tank's on E, then I'll be okay. Destination's like it's about the journey anyway. Nobody's gonna say I didn't give it all. I think about dying every day, he said. Fuck a 9 to 5, I'm made to faint, yeah. Since somebody's got it worse, I don't complain. Another reason why I work like a motherfucker. If tomorrow doesn't come, I got my guns loaded. For the fight, I'll take it high, I'll take it high. If my days are almost done and I'm the one going, I'll be alright, cause nobody's gonna say I didn't give it all. Going on the cliffs, I think it's worth the fall. something worth the nights that she stayed up crying. I could bet it all on me. I could bet it all on me. I could bet it all on me. Cause my heart it worked like a motherfucker. Worked like a motherfucker. Nobody's gonna say I didn't give it all. Tiptoeing on the cliffs, I think it's worth the fall.
Please remember to pray. I'm going to go take care of myself, hydrate, wash my skin, and get outside for some fresh air. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Remember to pray. Do no harm. Take no crap. And I will catch you on the next one. Blessing. And namaste.